Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, hello there, everybody, eh? No problem there, bud. Hello, everybody. We're playing some BeamNG.Drive. It's a terrible Canadian accent, I know. As a Canadian, I agree. Let me get my wheel all on the table, basically. I think the lighting's fine. I think everything's pretty much fine. We're pretty much good to go. Hello, memes are life. You are first. Congratulations. Jack, you're second today. I know. Not first, but second's not bad. I'll get a chat on my phone. We're gonna start doing some hot laps, basically. Bonjour, hello, Sparko. Let me... Oh, did the thumbnail not change? This is really strange, because I definitely changed it. Oh, it didn't. Weird. We'll change it. We'll save it. So we're testing the cars. We're not doing a build today. I know. I know. Build maybe maybe in the middle of this week or something like that. We'll do another build. That was a lot of fun last week. Let me go ahead and get my Discord. What's up? What's up, Sparko? We're not building today, Jack. I know. We're not building today. We were doing we were gonna do we're testing at the thumbnail. I know. We're not building a car today. We're testing the last of the sport luxury. If you refresh the page, we're doing the last of the sports luxury kind of cars. And I think this week we'll do another build, something like that. I'm gonna do an RNG build this week. I'm gonna do an RNG build. I promise. We'll do an RNG build. We have a few cars to load in after. I don't know why this isn't working. Interesting. I can't alert people. Interesting. Hello. You're happy? Not gonna lie. Yeah, the builds are kind of cancer. I agree. I'm doing good initially. How about you, buddy? I'm trying to ping my Discord. For some reason, it's not pinging. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. And there we go. For some reason, I couldn't ping my thing. We're good. Looks like Tesla. I mean, it's based off a few different cars. I'm doing good, Maddie F98. We're doing good. We're testing some cars today. Do we have audio? Oh, we do. This is my car. I built for the challenge. I actually didn't build it for the challenge. I built it for fun, and then it just worked in the challenge. This is my 2015 Chancellor, or no, Blackwood Chancellor. This is the Performance Edition. I think the Performance line's called FTL, but I totally forget. Looks like Audi TT. It's a bit like Audi from the back. It's definitely a big boy. Design, it's from like, it's got Chrysler 200, it's got, first generation Hyundai, like, Genesis sedans. It's kind of Chrysler, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Chrysler, but just like, I think a little nicer is what it's supposed to be. A little less like big boxy American and a little more smooth, curvy European. It's supposed to be American cars, but not American cars. So we're testing this. I'm gonna get a chat on my phone, and we will be all good to go. I was gonna change the thumbnail, but I ended up not doing it. But that's all right. Let me watch the stream back in 144p, and we're good to go. We're 10 hours running on 4.5 hours sleep. Oh gosh, Christopher, that sounds exhausting. Yeah, I think a couple days ago, what was it? I guess on Saturday, I got about 3 hours of sleep. I was up to what, 7:30 in the morning. I was up till 7:30 in the morning, working on a video. It's not out yet. It won't be out for like a month, but it's pretty great. And I think yesterday I was up till like 5, so I've got no sleep. It's gonna be fun. This is the West Coast or East Coast USA. This is the West Coast USA. This is a fixed print, one of my my admin I've made. Let me get away the 060 timer. We don't need that. The rims are AMG. The rims are AMG. I'm doing good, TV Poco. How about you, bud? Yeah, Bosch, you know what, sometimes it's easier to have like no fixtures and stuff, to be honest. You just do it. So yeah, these are AMG rims. I love them though. On this car, I think they look great. I actually hate these rims on real life AMGs, but I love them on here. I don't know why. We're gonna do a quick lap. We'll do ESC off. Yeah, Maddie, that was a good guess, buddy. Hypercar off-road with a CVT. I think a CVT build, that's a good idea, actually. I actually have a plan for... I'll tell you. It's gonna be, like a buggy, almost. Like, a Can-Am, I think. It's gonna be like one of those little off-roader kind of things, with like a roll cage kind of off-roader things. So they updated the tire physics. It's a little squirrely. This thing is 500 horsepower rear-wheel drive, so that's a thing. A Brabus guy? Yeah, Brabus is cool, too. It's European and American. It's a European and American sort of blend. It's actually, it takes after Hyundai and Chrysler 200 is what I used to design at the beginning. I also have Lexus LSQs, like the late, I think like a 2014 Lexus LSQs. Some design from that, the side from that. S-Class Mercedes at the time as well. So a bit of a couple different cars. We're just doing a test lap here. We'll do one more test lap probably while I'm getting warmed up because boy oh boy, we are rusty tonight. I'm running on like no sleep again. I do have a ton of videos recorded now, my gosh. So that's a pro. It's a little sketchy though. So the problem with this car, it's pretty heavy. I think it's around 4,000 pounds. I can look at the stats one sec. You can send that inside the car. I might try that. Easier, controller is easier, but the wheel's more fun. But yeah, if I do like a buggy thing, it's gonna have a CVT. I think I like that idea. Appreciate that. It's around. It's like I think it's like 1,800 kilograms. Whose car? This is my car. This one's my car. We're just doing a test lap. Real. I actually really love how this car looks. This is. I've tried more of this car build than I've had in any other car by far, and it's not even for a video. It was just for fun. Let me get the stats up. And we'll do this, one sec. It's this file. I've got so much things open on my computer now, my gosh. Is a 132 good? I don't know anymore. So my test lap originally was a 130.8, so we are off by 2 seconds. This car is a, I think a 6-speed DCT, or 7-speed DCT. It was an 8-speed automatic torque converter, because America, but just for this challenge, it's a 7-speed because it's better. In every way. So my car weighs, I don't even have the specs, I don't think. It's got 500 horse. I don't think I have the specs. I don't. Not on my own car today. Oh no, 500 horse, 4,200 pounds. Why don't you do on Twitch is better? Honestly, I prefer YouTube, Radu. I like YouTube better. So we'll do one more test lap. We're doing third person, because why not at this point. ESC off, we'll launch it. A drift car. Now a drift car is also on my list to do. It's harder to do, you know. And I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just an idiot, to be honest. Maybe I'm just dumb. Twitch has become a crappled fake DMC takedowns. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Like I like Twitch for some reason. I like YouTube for some reasons. Like, I love to do it on Twitch and just, like, upload VODs to YouTube. But with these challenges especially, you can't really, you can't cut it down to best bits and stuff. You have to upload the full thing because people want to see their cars. With other things, I can like to cut down. So this thing is so squirrely. So we don't have any traction. We don't have ESC on at all. So that kind of makes sense. Thankfully we have ABS because we would be dead already without it. Second gear with a, I think it's a 6-liter, 6.5-liter V8 NA. It's basically a full-sized sedan, similar to like a Chrysler 300 in size. It was actually modeled after the Genesis, the Hyundai Genesis sedan, or the Genesis G80 sedan. Oh boy, she does not like power. Too much power, not enough tires. Yeah, YouTube. I prefer YouTube. Gotta go. Yeah, take care, man. Yeah, thanks, Radu. I crashed, but we'll cross the finish line in style. Oh, we didn't cross the finish line. Oh, can we get it? Oh, we can't. That's okay. This is just a test. It'd be pretty good at drifting. It's got a lot of power. It does have Tesla. It does have Tesla. I didn't copy the Tesla. I'm using a G29 Logitech. I have to look all the time because I'm blind. Timestamps in the VODs for people's cars. See the cars don't have to look through 2 hours. Well, what I do, because like that would physically take like it wouldn't take 2 hours. It would take like probably half an hour of like skimming through the VOD to find the timestamps and stuff. What I do though, like I'm gonna like from now on, I'm gonna leave the order of the cars being tested. Generally speaking, like if you look in the description, that's the order of cars being tested, so you can know where approximately in the middle of the issue you are. NA supercharged. This one is NA. It's an NA 6-liter V8 rear-wheel drive. Cackerel stream went. Well, I have dressed up as a Cackerel for part of the stream. I mean, we can do that again. We don't have to, but we could do it. Let's see. Okay. That was mine. We did a test. We're doing it in the list a bit more. I think there's like 3 or 4 cars we've got to import. We're going to bang them off today. We need full stream. Well, TG, once there's a lockdown here, we can't have anyone over. So my friend and my sister who does my makeup and stuff, they can't come over and help me with my cosplay. So I'm kind of SOL right now. You want to buy a high-spec PC and play some games? Well, TV, you don't really need a high-spec PC to play BeamNG. Like, I used to play on my mid-spec, so it wasn't bad. Where are you starting off in the video? On the stream car-wise, so we are starting off on Bosch's car. So if you look at the list, there's Bosch's car. We're on Bosch's car. Your car's near the end. Your car's near the end. It is near the end. But we don't have tons today to do. Not as much. Yes, Mini Chris. I have it. I have to download it and put it. It'll be towards the end of the stream. I apologize. It'll be towards the end of the stream. But it will be done. It will be done. I've just got to import it still. There's a couple cars that she missed as far as I know. These type of streams, I found them very entertaining. These ones, it depends. Like right now it's low. Right, I don't know if it's. Let's go like this. Like right now it's pretty low, 20 something. Like usually they're like I'd say 50 or 60. So it's not bad. So we're in my car. We're gonna hop into Bosch's car, which is I'm gonna have to take my shirt off already, or my overshirt. Bosch's car is the Cheap Skater Hyper. That's the name of his sedan. I think it's a sedan, anyways. Yeah, you can run BeamNG in anything pretty much, honestly, on like low settings. 360 horse, 3750 pounds, so not too heavy, not tons of power. But it's overall pretty good. We're looking for the cheap. It's a coupe. You are in time. We're testing cars. The shirt's already coming off. I know. I always wear black and gray shirts too. I'm very interesting. I know. I'm probably the most interesting man alive. Did take care TV, Poco? The Chrysler Crossfire. I could see it. It was supposed to be loosely, not really a shape, but just like the theme behind the Chrysler 200, I guess. Older Chryslers as well, because it's similar. It's 2 a.m. You gotta go to bed, Sparkle, man. It's late. This is Bosch's car. There's no fixtures. He took them all off. It's nice and, you know, it's a slipstream. It's gonna just slide through the air. It's got thick tires. Man, this is a meaty sidewall. So V8 as well. Rear-wheel drive. It's gonna be good. Oh no, all-wheel drive. Thank goodness. Turn off traction control. We're gonna go in first person and launch it. You're happy it has an engine. Hey, fair enough, man. You know, it's a good-looking body. It's a pretty decent body. So a bit of four-wheel sliding. So let's try it again. No, we don't need ESC or traction control. Europe gang, Canada gang. There's the Europeans here. Take our TV, Poco Bud. So we're gonna go a little slower here. So there's a bit of sliding on the four wheels. Maybe traction all the way around will be a little nicer. Brakes are pretty good. They're not overheating quite too badly. But lack of grip overall is an issue. But it's not like terrible. It's just, you know, we can deal with her. Just something to notice. But it sounds great. It's pretty responsive, good power. USA gang, America. Canada gang. Gearing is pretty fine, honestly. It's a little short. Oh, I thought we were going to lose it there. That was terrifying. It holds on nicely, though. It does. It really holds on. It feels like I'm going to smash into the wall anytime. But it really hugs these corners well. Hey, Canada gang! Beast Mode Badger, man. Canada gang. We need the Canada gang rank or something. I feel like the gearing's a little short. But it works well in this car. Like, there's not a ton of power. Argentina, hello Argentina, you're a ways away. Imagine not being European, I know, based, right? Oh, Link earlier. Oh, fair enough, man. That was a good laugh. You do the Autobahn. You're not a German. The Autobahn's pretty cool. 132, a good time. Not a bad time at all. I think it was the same time as I just tested with my car. Mine was a .25 actually, so pretty much the exact same time as mine with 120 more horse. It did quite good. The car sounds great. Performance is not bad. If it had more grip, it would have been really good. Hello, car fanatic. How you doing, bud? So Bosch, we're giving you a pretty reasonable time. 132.5. 132.3.2, sorry. Not a bad time. Actually, one of the better times. Overall, like, it's like, this is what, top 10-ish? It's around top 10 overall. There's a couple of retries and stuff. It's around top 10 overall, which is pretty good. We'll hop into the next one, which is Billy Joe Red's car. 470 buff ponies. Buff ponies? Buff horses, sure. 4,450 pounds. The Jupiter Lincor LXS Sedan 15. It's a name? Let's take a look. Oh, this is the big boat of a thing. I like this. Your life's complete. No problem, bud. Do you like your car in Discord for stuff like this before stream, I'm guessing? So Beast Mode, these ones are all challenge cars to a certain spec. There is rules for all these challenges. This one is actually a few weeks back. The submission is close to this one. We just closed the submissions for the Shitbox Challenge is what it's called. We are now taking submissions for the newest one, which is 1980s JDM cars. If you join the Discord, linked in the description, the rules are in there. What you do is you design the car to the specifications in there. Then you send your car off to one of the moderators or admins. You send the .car file. 15k too much money spent. And you cut down to everything. Yeah, you know, Bosch, it works good, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a sticker. Thanks for the sticker, bud. Is this euros or pounds? Euros. I know this. See, I'm smart. Thanks for the €2, bud. Appreciate that, plushie. Wait, plushie. Do you not have like? No, plushie's in the. Was it plushie? Are you're in the? Yeah, you're in the donator tier. I was like, definitely donated before. Big brain. This thing is an absolute beast. It is just super imposing. Look at the size of this thing. Listen to that sound. V10 sounds, it sounds like. It is all-wheel drive V10, I think. It is a barge. I love the two-tone paint too. What's up, Grease Monkey? How you doing, bud? I'm doing good, man. We're just testing some cars. Okay, we're a little bit not focusing here. We're gonna focus a little bit here. We're gonna restart that. We had a Rolls Royce. 12.5 million. That is a pricey sedan, but sub 3 seconds is pretty impressive, I'd say. So 470 horse, 4,450 or so pounds, in a very, very long wheelbase. So I think high-speed stability is going to be pretty great when you're going to play Rainbow Six. It's when I get to it. I can show you how much footage I've recorded in like the past week. I've got like something like 8 or 9 hours of recorded footage, and then I've got like things that are being edited currently. It's a lot of stuff. I'll get to it, man. I promise. We'll get to it. You bought it because of these challenges? Oh, man, that's awesome. The challenges are they're a lot of fun. The JDM is still open. Yep, JDM is the current one. That's open for another. I think it closes January 23rd. So this car brakes are not very powerful. PT Cruiser but turbo and fast. Your dead crashers. If there's a PT Cruiser body, I'd make one. Is it a Corsa? I have played it once. I will play it again, I promise. I'll play that again. I just gotta get to it. There's gonna be a good bit more other games coming up soon. Keep grinding. Yeah, we gotta... Exactly. Okay, this thing is... We're going way too fast, this thing, always. But to be fair, now, I do have an editor who's gonna edit some of my videos, so I don't have to edit as much anymore. In the future, at least. There's a video coming up tomorrow that I'm editing. I gotta edit tonight. I've got everything recorded. Your computer delete automation. Oh, rip, man. Well, DKM, you know, if you're in the Discord, people are always happy to help make a car and stuff, usually. You know, they can help in automation, you can help build one or something. Yeah, it is doing pretty good, man. It's, is it Monday? I think it's Monday. I don't know, it feels like a short day. Feels like a short day. But I guess that's a new year for you, probably, or something. I don't know. But it's been a pretty good day, just relaxing, testing some cars. Did a bunch of recording before this, so that's always fun. Not a bunch, but a couple hours of recording. Let's do this. So it takes the turns pretty well. The brakes are a little sketchy. The worst part really about the car. A long hair eye. The hair is getting pretty long. We have not cut it. I guess we have not cut it in 2021. We've cut it in 2020. Sitting. A really good time actually. Good time. Surprisingly good time. It felt slower. Don't cut it. I'm not gonna cut it. Today was a hot, good day. Yeah, it's cold here, so I'll exchange the temperatures. Beg your dad for some... Yeah, talk to your dad for it, man.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Sue my dude. Ooh woo.
Sue my dude. Sue my dude. So, dude. ASMR stream with money from Sin. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. ASMR stream would be terrible. I can't do ASMR. Oh, gosh. Appreciate that, Sin, bud. You know, they don't call him Daddy Sin for nothing. He's not my daddy, but he's the channel's daddy. We'll see. To 8.7. Cackerel ASMR stream. That's true. You gotta do it with the loud webcam, like that'd be cancerous. Eating garlic bread. I don't even eat garlic bread. I just love it. It's great though. You know, if I do the Cackerel stream, Sin will get this just a shout out. Also, how much do I have to donate to get a donator rank? Literally $1. There's no limit. Just if you donate something, you get a donator rank. Yep. You know, he's paying my way through college. That's all I can say. You know, I gotta get through college somehow. I'm just kidding. $200 coming your way. Yeah. Patty, you're up next, bud. Show us a Cackerel. You've seen the Cackerel. In Amazon money. $200 Amazon money. Amazon's pretty decent money. You know, Amazon's money. Beat down, SD. That's a cool name. $2 Canadian. Appreciate that, man. If you're on the Discord, Beats, ping me in Discord and say you donated, and I'll give you the donator rank. I can't recall if you have before. Yes, sir. There we go. And there you go. If you do 200, yeah, you'll be. Is Coda? I don't think Coda was here right now. So 128.7, really good time. I felt like the brakes were not great, but it did good. It handled really good for a land yacht. Patty's up next. We'll hop into Patty's while we're talking about this. Like, actually, could I get a donor rank if I deem a $50 Amazon gift card? I mean, you probably could, but I just ought to say, hey, save the money for yourself, buddy. Buy yourself something nice on Amazon. You know those plushies that you can turn inside out? When you do that with a cat, do you get a cat girl? Don't ask questions. Well, I'm asking questions. No, cars and crap. No, it's not necessary, bud. It's not necessary. Oh, inspired by Edsel Cars and Lincoln. Oh, I can see it. You know, it did remind me of actually. We'll hop into the next car, but it did remind me actually because of the designer of the classic Edsel with like the almost the I don't know, the very vertical small grill. Smoking and chilling. Fair enough, buddy. A banana slicer. Why do I need that? Okay. Yeah, Billy, it did good though. It was an impressive car. Patty's up next. Patty is the VC Lynx, and this thing is powerful. Not just powerful, it's very powerful. 730 horse, 4225 pounds. Yeah. No, it's powerful. It's powerful. Oh, but Sparko asked for Cackerel. I mean, we can give you Cackerel for a second here. We'll just give you. Is this it? There you go. While it's loading up, you guys can enjoy me. Just enjoy that. Just bask in my glory. Man, my hair is getting long. Holy cow. Holy moly. Jeez, look at those locks. Damn. Damn, those are some locks. There you go, Cackerel. That's me. If anyone's wondering, that is me on the right-hand side, legitimately. We'll turn that off now. So we'll hop in to the Lynx, the VC Lynx. You know, the style is very aggressive. Yeah. How? A lot of makeup. And friends and my sister. And a lot of money. So much money. That cosplay cost me about 1,000 Canadian dollars. It's Ryle real. That's just me, to be honest. Ryle looking like a stereotypical 2000s Disney surfer kid. Oh, wait, am I like... Who's that kid? Okay, I mean, I obviously know a bunch of old Disney shows. No, his hair's too, maybe if he's older, actually. Hold on, I need to know this now. I need to know this. Oh, don't ask questions, guys, what I'm doing. I'm looking at 2000s or like 2010s Disney stars to see if I look like one. I can see it. I can see it. TVR vibes. Your last... Yeah, I know. How much power does this car have? Yeah, it got 730. It got 730, which is actually pretty crazy. It sounds... I mean, maybe I wrote it down wrong, but it's all-wheel drive, 730 horsepower. It looks... I like the back. I like this. I like this back, and I like this setup here. The front's not my taste, but it's not bad. We'll take off the ESC. We don't need that where we're going. Axe electrical. That must be good. Try to get 230 kilometers an hour. Okay, I'll try. I think we can't. We'll get it on the last straight. We can't get it on these straights because I will die. I probably could have got it there actually. Oh wow, this is fast. It handles pretty nice. It's heavy. It's one of the heavier cars, so it does feel like it's a little bloated, but like it's all-wheel drive, which helps. Yeah, it's a lot of power, and it's handling really nice so far. Like, maybe I wrote in the power wrong, but I don't think I did, because I double-check almost every car. When I write down power, at least. So, let's keep going here. Braking, it's fast. Staying first. First, the gears are long. The gears are long. Come on. It's kind of a boat. Braking here. Oh, it's fast. Let's see. It's 230 you asked for? We can do 230. My favorite TVR? Okay. I like the really, really old, like the old we're at 270. It's fast. Fast time. Cigaris, the Cigaris is really cool. I love the, what's the newest concept one called? I'm actually blanking that right now. Is 123? 123. So one of the best times is 123.6. Super impressive. Super, super impressive. The V8s. Yeah, oh, any V8, of course. Wow, Patty, 1 minute 23.6. Yeah, very impressive. So my favorite TVR is which one is it? The Griffith, the all-new Griffith. I mean, it's not, I don't even think it's out yet. It's like a concept car-ish still. I don't even think it's being produced yet. I think it's a really good looking car. It's kind of plain in some angles, but I love lots about it. The Cerberus Speed 12. Yeah. The Cerberus 12, the V12 Cerberus. That's one of my favorites as well. Yeah, very impressive car. The Cigaris is great too. Super impressive car. It was great, honestly. It was porky. That was the biggest complaint, was just it being porky, and the gearing was honestly long, but it was totally fine with the power. Eurobeat's up next, and it's a pretty good power still as well. The new Griffith is great, yeah. 575 horses, 4525 pounds, so porky and a good bit of power. The Long Dong Grand Classique V12. You know what? I'll say it, man. I'm a fan of the Long Dong. It's gonna be a great car, probably. It's a big boat. I think it's like a Chinese thing. Nope. Oh, actually, you missed. Yeah, you just missed one, Ivan. You just missed it. So Patty's car. 730 horsepower with Patty's car. It did a 123.6, so the third best time. 90 JDM's pretty great. Ride likes Long Dong. I like Long Dong cars. Hello, Adam McLeod. How you doing, bud? They appreciate that, Drift Outlaw. Thanks, man. Let's just have to remind them before sins, right? No, that was actually after both your guys. This is in the... It's like 10 down the Don Donators list. Favorite type of car, time period, car style. Okay, personally, I love modern car design. I love it. I love it. I know, a lot of people hate modern car design. They're all boring. They're the same, yada, yada, yada. I love it. Like, time-wise, I like 1970s as well. 60s and 50s, all great. Like, old European cars are great. Like, 70s European small cars. I love 70s compact European cars, I feel like. The Escort and all its competitors, really. Oh yeah, it's exactly, yeah, it's the third fastest, it's lower than yours, yeah. Yeah, not any JDM cars are pretty sick. My brother used to have a 1998 Mitsubishi FTO GPX. A lot of fun. He really wanted to go up to a an Mitsubishi Evo 9, but he decided to go a little less performance and a little more reliable. So he went with the Lexus IS, just like mine. So it's not bad. So this thing, another big barge. I love the front. It's like retro, but it's like modern. It's a retro modern. It's like a Chinese sedan. It's what the Chinese people probably. I don't know. It's cool. A good amount of detail and effort put in this thing. It's got an interior as well, which, you know, from the outside it's dark, but it looks fine. Sounds interesting. Very low. Just take off the traction control, you'll see. Oh wow. Well, there's the smoke. We'll restart that. We'll do it in first. It's a manual. A 400 SS. That's sick, man. That's awesome. Classic cars are a lot of fun. Oh, this is a sequential. Oh! Oh, no. Is this rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? Okay, it's rear-wheel drive. Okay, I thought it was all-wheel drive. Sure, see Mitsuka Vute. We can shirt that up real quick. 66 Alchemy, that's not bad. Otto, appreciate the €2, buddy. Thanks for the sticker, man. Thanks, bud. Looking to buy Unos Cosmo.
Yeah.
Oh, Unos Cosmos look fantastic. The ones with the 3 rotors look super cool. I'm not sure if, you know, if you want rotary reliability, but they look really cool. I think it's like the best looking, one of the best looking European or Japanese cars of the time, in my opinion. The VT. Oh, looks like the VT, yeah. I see that. The Mitsuka VT, yeah. I like that. It's interesting looking. And hey, Otto, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord linked in the description. You get yourself a donator roll. So that's pretty cool. The code. You don't have to DM me the code for the Amazon gift card. We'll talk about it after, okay, buddy? Mitsuoka. Interesting name. I've never heard of that brand before till now, so. So we are rear-wheel drive with about 600 horsepower, so that's a little unnecessary. We're gonna wheel spin here in second. Okay, almost in third. We're gonna second again. Mazda Cosmo. Wasn't Unos Mazda's whole name. So Unos, it's a JDM name, a Japanese name only. It was for pretty much upscale Mazda. I think it was briefly in other markets too, but it's like upscale Mazda. It's like Mazda. Sometimes the cars are badged as others and stuff. Unos made a couple things. They made the Roadster, which is a Mazda Miata. They made the Unos Cosmo, which also is called the Mazda Cosmo, depending on the year and depending on the model and stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 600 horsepower and rear-wheel drive is an interesting thing. I'm just shredding rubber the entire time. It's a lot of fun though, I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. Down to first here, we're gonna go for a bit of a slide on Reno. It sounds beefy. Look at that. I'm just getting sideways here. The whole table's shaking because I'm just turning the wheel a lot. We're fine. We're gonna brake it late. Down to first. We're good. There we go. Only in green. Was it only in green? And it's a beautiful green as well. Oh, wow. I didn't know it was only in green. 350Z and 370Z Dismo. They're awesome cars. I would consider getting one, to be honest. Or a, you know, I prefer a little bit of luxury. So I think the Infinity would be a little more my thing. But they're great cars. The Infinity G37, G35. V10. It's a V10, I think. V10 or V12. Yeah, all the sounds are really weird in this game. For the automation of BeamNG cars. Oh, cars and crap. That's not necessary, bud. That's not necessary. I'll look at it after, alright? It did quite good, though. It was a little bit... It's rear-wheel drive. What do you expect? It did really good for rear-wheel drive with that much power. 136.1. A lack of grip in the rear tires was just... That's it. This is XL15 JHK's car. The XL15 JHK is the name of the car, so... Same name as the person. 580 horse, 5,200 pounds. It is an actual tank on wheels, apparently. I've yet to see it. Where is it? It is this big boy. This thing's the same body as before. Favorite Mustang? I like the newest GT500. I like the newest GT500 a lot. I think it looks fantastic. You know, they haven't made the Mach-E Shelby yet. I mean, it'd be pretty cool to have like a low 3 seconds to 60 all-wheel drive, you know, electric Mustang thing. I don't mind the Mach-E. I love the GT500. I love the older Mustangs as well. Like a 1970 Mustang. I feel like a Mach 1 maybe, like that, something like that. A Boss Mustang, yeah. Joe Butters. Yeah, I know. I know you, bud. Shelby rip. Show Fox body. Hey, the Show Fox body, yeah. Or the SVO Fox body with the turbo 4-cylinder. As terrible as it is, like it's not a V8 and stuff. It's not a purist car, but the turbo 4-banger, the SVO Mustang Fox body, or the Fox body ASC McLaren Mustang. The McLaren Mustang's pretty cool too. It's just a body kit mostly in a Mustang V8, but very quiet. Would be best car of all time. Best car of all time is super hard. Wait, we're gonna restart this. We're gonna look at the looks here real quick. Okay, it's a much more subdued and subtle. Definitely just a grandpa luxury car. Very subtle. Nothing says this thing is crazy. At best, you haven't missed it yet. We're just finishing up these, then the shitboxes are next. We should be starting them later this week. Best car of all time, though. Honestly, best is subjective here. And I'm going to completely throw out reliability, because reliability doesn't... Who cares about reliability and you know, repairs and stuff, because that's boring. I love the V10 BMW M5. I know, I'm a madman. I'd consider buying one. Or the Maserati Quattroporte. The early 2000s ones that are disgusting looking, with, of course, the 4.7 liter... The later ones, I guess, later 2000s. With a 4.7 liter Ferrari V8, because 9,000 RPM, V8 engine, 4.7 liter... in a big old luxury sedan, a limousine basically. That's pretty ugly. And they're unreliable as all sin. But I would legitimately consider buying one to this day. The gearing is way too short. Way too short. The turbo sounds are fantastic. I don't know. There's no boost gauge. Maybe I took it off, but there's no boost gauge. I think I took it off by accident. We're gonna restart this. Okay, wait. We're gonna do this. Hold on. You guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can see that. The turbo is really interesting. The original mirror is beautiful. Older Mustangs are great as well. The W12 Nardo Volkswagen's really cool. Yeah, the M5 reliability is pretty bad, but like that engine, it's an 8,000. I think it's an 8,500 RPM V10 engine. See, I like the Maserati Quattroporte because it's 9,000 RPM in a V8 in a flat plane crank. I think the turbo gauge is off right now. That's okay. I did play around with... The gearing is way too short. Way too short. Top speed is really slow in this thing, I'm guessing. It's fast, though. Like, top speed is around 230 kilometers an hour is what I'd guess. Maybe 240 if we're lucky. It's a little bit... I don't know. It's doing fine. The turbo sounds are really cool. The spool is really interesting sounding. Let's try to really push this thing, I think. We can push it. The brakes are good, actually. The handling's a little bit understeery. We're really trying to push it through these corners. The gearing is crazy short. It doesn't rev too wide. It revs fine. 7,200, actually. It's not bad. It's not bad. Does not rev. The V10X Lexus LV. That's true. That's the best V10, I would say. What's the best V12, though? You know, most of you guys would probably say, like, Lamborghini. No, it's gotta be the Toyota Century V12, obviously. So it's pretty good. Biggest problem so far is the gearing. The top speed is very slow. We're at top speed. We can't go any higher. Oh, no. Is this a 9-speed auto? We'll restart it. I messed up there. I do have a wheel. It's a Logitech G29. I could put a link. If anyone ever wants to buy a wheel, a G29, just let me know and I'll give you an Amazon affiliate link, to be honest. It's a Logitech G29. Mercedes V12 is cool, but the Toyota Century V12 is just... It's a Toyota V12. Come on. That's cool as hell. Come on. Ferrari's the best V12. Fair enough. Ferrari's great V12s. They do sound fantastic. Best inline six engine. That's hard to say. There's a lot of the bar is pretty great. The Ford 300 inline six is an absolute beast of an inline six. It's a 5-liter inline six. Super reliable. It'll run for literally ever. The Barra, you got the 2JZ, you got the RB26. Bunch of cars here. So I don't know, like RB26, 2JZ, 1JZ, Ford 300 straight six is a great one. The Dodge slant six is a great inline six, and the Bar is a great inline six. And the BMW straight six as well. We'll throw in the N54 and the 54 and 55 are really good engines as well. Oh, we're in that says wrong. So yeah, the N54 is great twin turbo inline six from BMW. Unreliable as all heck, but they're great performance and great to tune. Or the N55, which is a single turbo, updated version of the N54, and it's way more reliable, not as tuner friendly. The RB20 is good too. It's a tough one. Interior to relative cam, we could try that maybe. Yeah, with interior we can do that. So my still biggest issue is the gearing is quite short. Like, well, it's fifth gear to get to 100 kilometers an hour. Just very, very, very short gears. Very short gears. The shortest gears we have had in a long time. So we're already in 7th. Which, when most cars could be in 3rd, maybe. It does have a lot of gears, which is luxurious, and that's cool. Which is, like, you know, fine. But for performance, it's not as ideal. How do I send you my car? Well, so, there's a link to a Discord in the description, bud. You join that. All these cars here are cars built by members of my Discord. Generally speaking. And they're all challenge cars. So we have challenges every few weeks where you build a car to fit a certain set of rules. And then once you're done fitting your car into the rules, you send it into my moderators or admins. One of the two, you pick your favorite one. So the current challenge that's ongoing that we're taking submissions for is a 1980s Japanese car challenge. It's like a JDM challenge. It's like a Japanese, you can have a sporty car, I'm guessing, or a little sports hatchback, or a wagon, or a minivan. I don't know, whatever you want. You can do a Toyota Previa if you wanted to, really. I think you could. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, way too much shifting. That's the biggest issue with this car. The Quattro, was the Quattro the rarest Audi? Editing till 4 AM. Yeah, man. I did not envy you editing that video. My gosh, that was so much footage to edit. The JDM, all the challenges, so abstract bros, the challenges for today, not for today. We're not taking anything for today. It'll be for a few weeks from now. I know. There's a lot of cars we go through all the time. It takes a while to get through all of them. All the challenges are quite difficult. That's one thing to be noted. The challenges are all quite difficult. For a couple reasons. Just so, you know, because if they're easy, some people, the really experienced players can get tons of power to the cars or make them very, very fast, and that's not ideal. And also it's for, like, getting less submissions and stuff. There's two main reasons. Koenigsegg has an inline 3 to make 600 horsepower. No camshaft. He has the pre-valve system. Yeah, the Gamera. I would love... I've never seen a Koenigsegg in real life. It did really good. 129.3. 129.3. Not bad at all. The second fastest of the day, I think. Or third fastest of the day. Did good so far. Boom Cannon is up next there, bud. 585 force, 3,600 pounds, a great power to weight ratio. The Peregrine 585 Lux is the name, and luxury obviously is the game. The Peregrine, let's hop in. Let's look at her. It's the Porsche body. You're from yesterday, if you remember me with the 4-door great GTR. Oh, I remember you, bud. Yeah, that was awesome, man. How you doing, bud? Yeah, but I've never seen a Koenigsegg IRL. I love to see a Koenigsegg IRL. A V8 form of a BMW M3 or LS in a Ford. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. So a high revving V8 in a Nova, or yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Yeah, man, thanks, Seco. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, one of my buddies, his first car he bought a 1970 Mustang Grande, or 71 Mustang Grande, I think. He was gonna buy. So I told him, don't buy a classic car. He buys a classic car. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything about cars really. He's not a mechanic. He likes cars. He wanted something cool. He gets his Mustang, and it was a terrible bust. But instead of the Mustang, he was gonna buy a 1970 Nova SS with a 454 swap. Set up for drag racing. He was in a daily at that. I'm like, buddy, don't buy that. It's a Super Wang. It actually fits the Porsche, not terribly. Yeah, man, Sparkle, appreciate that, bud. I know, we're just hanging out playing some games, man. And Abstract, if you need help, then feel free to ask in the Discord for help, because there's plenty of people willing to help for all the challenges. Yeah, just ask for help and say, hey, I'm looking to help. I need some help with the challenge. And the headlights kit, I don't mind the front. It's a little bit sparse. I don't mind that. This is almost like Nissan 400Z vibes, except it's almost Nissan 400Z vibes in the front, actually. Almost. The taillight's not so much. It's a bit of a retro modern kind of look to it, which I don't mind it. We'll hop in, take off. We don't have ESC kit. We'll launch it again. Yeah, if you want to post, hey Maddie, go post some pics in the Discord if you're in the Discord, in the IRL stuff, the IRL area. Post that in there, and you can ping me if you want. Even I can take a look at it. A lot of power, very fast. My bad. I'm already just caked in sweat here. It's very hot in this closet. Not bad. It's quick. It's a little bit sketchy at high speeds for sure. We're losing. You guys hear that squeaking? I think my pedals are squeaking. Very sketchy. Very sketchy speeds. Any speeds really, it's sketchy. Suspension is not tuned all that great, but it's super fast. Good brakes too. Just a little bit sketchy still. Look at that, on throttle. Very terrifying. A little bit of turning, but we were on throttle and it's got a lot of power. I'll give it that. Come on, braking. And down a second again. And maintain speed around the corner a little bit. Come on, we're good. Oh, she's a beauty. No, you're not late, Maverick. We're good, bud. Yeah, hop in the Discord, bud. Link is in the description. We're pretty chill there. We talk about things automation related, BeamNG related, or just whatever, really. A lot of mostly just nothingness happens. We're just chatting about anything. It's quick. This thing is very fast, though. Ooh. Whew. 280, 285. Look at that. That's great. I just take brand Sparko and just copy the name, but I really like the name Sparko. That's okay, bud. That's alright. It's a good sound of name. It's easy to pronounce. It's easy to spell. Problem solved. You saw a GT3 RS once. Ooh. I have seen one once as well. That's because when I was in Las Vegas, my brother was driving a GT3 RS on the track. So that's why I saw it. Yeah, it was fun. I passed him, though. I actually raced him and I beat him. I was in a 458 Italia. There's a lot of cool cars there in Vegas, though. There was a I actually regret not driving the Maserati, the coupe, whatever it's called. I can't recall the name. I think it was super cheap to rent and had like a great sounding engine. Nice flex. You gotta drive in a car for 10 minutes. Let's do this, one sec. So, what, 126.2. Boom Cannon, it did good very fast. It was just sketchy at speeds. Like, the handling was a little sketchy sometimes, but it did good. It did good. Fat Sad Llama, you're up next, bud. You're ready to go? I'm ready to go. 510 horsepower, 4,000 pounds. This is the Balducci Paola Edizione Emozione V8. I love these names. That's a fancy, really cool name. Very Italian almost. It is the Balducci. It is. Ooh. Does this fit the rules? This one fit the rules. Four variations of the same Porsche and Forza milking. Of course, they're pretty great. Maserati Gran Turismo. Thank you, John. Appreciate. I was having a brain fart. I love the Gran Turismo as well. I would still buy one. I love that you have the Harrier limousine there. Yeah, don't ask why. If you, in like my previous video, it was me driving a bunch of cars on tracks. I was gonna do the Harrier limousine, but boy, oh boy, it was bad. It was not. It's not good at all. Hello, Solar Past. How you doing, bud? How you doing? In a manual normal GT3. Yeah, my brother was in a GT3 RS. It was the 8-speed or 7-speed dual clutch. Faster on the track, I guess. They only had one option. Does this car fit the rules? Do you need 4 seats for this challenge? Does this car have 4 seats? Can we confirm this body fits the rules? I don't know. We'll drive it anyways. It looks crazy. You ready? You're in the Discord? Yeah, man, just join the Discord. Post in the IRL stuff. Post the pictures in the IRL stuff or wherever. Oh, cars and crap. How you doing, bud? Sounds good, though. Rear engine. Rear wheel drive. Got back from vacation in school. Orthodox woman today. Well, that's not bad. Getting everything done, eh? Oh, this is fast. Oh, this handles a little bit slidey. It is rear engine. A 6-speed Ferrari California. Oh, manual. That's fun. That must have been a great experience. I'm jealous. I would love to one day own a Ferrari. My favorite one is the 458, but I would take a Ferrari 360, a Ferrari F430. Oh my gosh, anything really. Just any mid-engine V8, because those V8s, like the 458 Italia that I drove, 9,000 RPM in a V8. I only took it to like 7,500 even, and it was absolutely glorious. This thing handles really good. Of course, it is rear engine, and the engine's in the back, so it's a little scary to drive. It's you know, on throttle in the front corner. It's not as secure as some of the other cars. And two-wheel drive as well. It sounds a little weird. It sounds almost like a vacuum cleaner. C6 Corvettes are pretty cool, man. Hey, don't knock a C6, man. C6 are pretty cool. There's not a lot of sports cars here. A lot of classic muscle cars. I'd say a lot of classic cars are where I live in good old Manitoba, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Yeah, exactly. Ferrari 355, beautiful car still. Great time as well. Very fast. I'm assuming this thing fits the rules. I checked the cars. Saying it sounds like a vacuum cleaner, says a Stradbag. I don't watch Stradbag. I've watched Stradbag before. I have not heard him say that, but I've watched him before, so I'll take that. If if I can be like Stradman, I'll be like Stradman. Nice but not cool. Fair enough. It's not for everyone. It's definitely kind of a flashy, show-off kind of car. I think at least. If you own a Ferrari, you're showing off it's flashy. You're showing off your wealth and whatever. But I think they look pretty good. And just driving one. When I drove the Ford, it was just a beautiful car to drive. It was just perfect. Yeah, we get a lot of JDMs. We get a lot of JDMs in Winnipeg. Yeah, a lot of JDMs. If you go to a meet, because of course in Canada it's the 15-year-old, not 25. Nope, Nicola, we are going for another hour, I'd say, I'm guessing. Hello, Danny, how you doing, bud? We're going for around, let me get my good old stopwatch here. We're going for another, about an hour-ish, We're good. Just strap it to rockets. Yeah, we're good. Exactly, rockets. You missed nothing, TG. We're just testing some more cars. We just finished Fat Sad Llama's car. 128.3 time, which is a reasonable time. 360 coupes. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I like the best of both worlds. I've got my Maverick, which is 1970, and I've got my Lexus, which is newer, obviously. But I like things about classic cars and newer cars. It's a lot of fun to drive a classic car, even though it's an automatic. But just driving, just the feeling of everything's super. I don't know, everything just feels pretty legit, It feels pretty legit, Come on. We're gonna hop into the next car. That was Fat Sad Llamas. We got KJ Blue up next. Then Schmeat is on deck. Ross Schmeat, that is. KJ has 550 horse in their vehicle, 4,000 or so pounds. The Sorrento Molstracio. Molstracio? Moltracio. We'll do it like that. That's fine. I can't pronounce names, guys. It's the Sorrento. It's something. Man, I love names. It is... Where is it? Did I miss this car? Where is it? Oh, Sorrento is the first name. Yeah, I'm like, is this car here or not? It is. Ooh, a beautiful looking GT coupe thing. Aston Martin's one of my favorite brands personally, actually. Yeah. That's okay, Ian. That's okay, bud. Well, you can always, you just wait and see, You never know what'll happen. Oh, what's better than a gold medal in the Paralympics being able to walk? That's a dark joke, man. My gosh, ping me in Discord. Yeah. Awesome, ping me in Discord, man. I'm down. I can pop in for a minute. I'll take a look and I'll let you know what I think. Yeah, JDM's pretty cool. JDM's not. It's not my. They're not my favorite. I like such a wide range of cars. I like a lot of JDMs. I dislike a lot of JDMs. Right, Canada or Germany? I mean, we'll choose Canada, sure. LS rear-wheel drive up a Pontiac G5. That'd be pretty sick. You could just buy a Pontiac G8 and you already there. You go. You got a Corvette engine in there, etc. Hello, Arthur Spooner. How you doing, bud? We're just testing some cars in BeamNG, as you can tell. This is a beautiful GT coupe here. I love the side, love the rear. The front, I like the front quite a bit as well. I don't know if I like the headlights, but I love everything else about it, personally. But tons of detail. I love the rear. One of the more beautiful cars of all the cars submitted, I think. When launch controlling, we're launch controlling here. Go Canada. It looks angry. It's quite angry. So the headlights are too angry for me, but everything else is really good. I mean, it's a good design. It's not my taste, but it's a good design. So we're gonna do. It's got 550 horse. What map is this? This is West Coast USA, but it's a modded. It's a track. It's a like a custom time trial. Looks like it can eat children. It eats small children. Yeah, that's true. Hey, a Hemi RX-7 is pretty cool. A rotary is cool too. If you guys want the time trial, yeah, I can put the link up. I can put a link up for the time trial event or something. The Giulia is a beautiful car. I did consider buying a Giulia TI, so like the base Giulia with the 2-liter turbo, which is still a pretty cool little sporty sedan. Those things, I think it was like slightly used with like 2,000 kilometers. And it was like almost half off, which is hilarious. And like you get it with the warranty, sure, you'll be in the shop half the year, but you know, hopefully they'll give you a nicer loaner car. Problem solved. But yeah, the Alfa Romeo Giulia is beautiful. Reliability is questionable, but oh my gosh, this thing, okay, handling pretty good so far. Feels a little bit understeery. No, it's good. The brakes are a little bit loose, is what it is. They're a little slow. Handling's pretty good. It's not bad. A little understeer, but it's fine. We're good. They go down in price real fast. Yeah, that's right. .3-liter Ferrari 4V base. I'm not sure. Is there a 2.3 base Ferrari 4? There might be. There might be. If there is, that's news to me, honestly. Nice car, not for me. Yeah, fair enough. It's not for everyone. Pretty quick though. I think a 132. Why is she doing like 2 before red line? 2K before. Was I? I don't know, Ivan. Was it at the end there? It did good. It did good. Oh, DK posted some mix of his Infinity G35. I'm guessing it's a G35. G35s are really cool. Autoflux has one. I love the first generation. That's my favorite gen actually of them. I just love the front end. It's a great looking front end, really. 132.4. 300 horsepower would be crazy, NA. G35X, nah, not bad. Not bad, man. They're definitely pretty good cars. I don't mind them. 132, good time. Good part of the weight ratio. The brakes were a little bit, like, I think a little bit slow for the brakes. Lack of grip, maybe. I don't know. I love when I shift before red lights. Fine. Sparko, I did good. I did good. Ping me. Ping me, bud. You ping me. Let's see what you got. Ooh. This is your... Ooh, Nova 2. Let's see. Nitrous. A 12-second quarter mile. That's fast. There's an inline... So before the swap, it was an inline 6. Oh... That's awesome. The old inline sixes in that generation, the Ford, the Chevy, and the Dodge were great engines for all of them. That's awesome, bud. Beautiful color too. Beautiful color. I would appreciate the crap out of that thing. Awesome. Does the 450 make around 580 horse? Depends on the guise that it's in on the trim, right? What are the specs in the Italia? Like the Italia's got less horsepower, I think, right? I think it's got like 500 horsepower, maybe 470 even. 570. Okay, wow. Interesting. Maybe I was thinking of an older one, like because I think they came out in like 2010, something like that. I don't know. Crazy. I did good. Thanks, Barco. Is the inline four? Is the inline four flat plate? These are questions to be asked. You know, I can't tell you. I don't know. So we'll hop into the next card at the same time. That was KJ's. Ross Schmidt. I know, it's a great name, right? He's up next. He's got 415 horse, reasonable horsepower. It should be obvious. You think it'd be obvious. 3850 pounds. The Taylor Hurricane MG12C. And the Taylor brand is famous for making just very, very aggressive, very, very fast cars. So we'll see how Schmidt does here. We'll hop into the Taylor. And well, I can't see. Where's Taylor? Taylor. Oh, right here. It is the Porsche. If inline 4 engines use 180-degree firing intervals, hence flat plane cranks. Interesting. Would you do like a cross plane inline 4? Is that a dumb question? A bright green Dodge. There's a bright green Dodge in it. Let's take a look. Oh, I see that. Oh, nice green. Very aggressive. I love the older Dodge trucks are pretty sick too. VTEC. VTEC's cool. VTEC's cool. I've honestly considered doing an engine swap in my Maverick with a S2K engine. Because, you know, I think the Series 1 revs to, what, 9,000 RPM in a 4-cylinder engine, 200 and whatever horse. 200 and whatever horsepower in my 1970 Maverick would be very quick. There's only 3 production crossplane inline 4s. Interesting. So back end right off the bat. Very nice back end. I love the back end so far. Love the shape. Overall back end is really good, actually. Really good. The wheels, I like it. I like the brass kind of goldy color. Front end's nice as well. Like the whole thing. I don't know if I like these vents on top, but I like the rest of it. Really good. I like it. It reminds me of a GTA 5 car almost. K20? K20 swap is always the answer, to be honest. So front engine, rear-wheel drive, nice Porsche. Yeah, any kind of variable valve lift and timing and stuff is pretty epic, not gonna lie. Like my brother's Mitsubishi FTO. That's got Myvec, which is Mitsubishi's equivalent to VTEC. And his V6 revs to 8,250 factory from a V6, so it competed against the Integra Type R or Type S or whatever it was. I think the Integra is faster, a little more horsepower, but you know, a V6 to 8,250 sounds so good. This thing is fast. I'm right about it. It's fast. Higher RPM redline, 8,500 or so, right? 8,600 looks like, which is pretty good. The engine sounds are glitching out. We're good though. Down to second again. Turning it on throttle. I think it must be. I think it was with the diesels too. I can't recall. That I can't recall. I don't know too much about, you know, Mitsubishi diesels, so I couldn't tell you. VTEC is for wimps. Fair enough. I kind of braked a little bit too much. We're okay. We're on throttle. Ready to submit cars? Alright, so the most random person, good name by the way. First step, you gotta join the Discord linked in the description. We do challenges every few weeks, and in there you can see one of the channels. It's called hashtag community challenges. I think that's what it's called. And there's all the rules for the challenges. The current one that we're taking submissions for, is the 1980s JDM car challenge. So you build a car to fit those rules, and you send that car in the .car file from automation into one of the moderators or admins of the Discord. God created turbo lag, so the person you're racing thinks he's a chance. I like that. I like that. 127.9. Have good time. Quite fast. Good power. Just like, yeah, you just DM it to them, exactly. But it's got to fit the rules of the challenge. So the current one is 1980s JDM, and there's a certain set of rules you got to follow. You got to make sure it's in those rules. They are hard, I know. People are always open to helping and stuff, and helping making sure your car's in for the challenge. VTEC is awesome. I don't mind VTEC. I don't mind. Any kind of variable valve lift and timing and all that stuff is pretty cool. So it's not bad. Let me hop into the next one. That was Schmidt's car. Did quite good. Soda's up next. We got like another 10 or so cars to go today. So Soda's got 300 horse. It's you know, very, very much, not as much as some of the others. Not 730, but it's reasonable. It's totally respectable for a luxury car. 3,900 pounds. Good power to weight ratio. The car's called the Glizzy Deluxe. That's kind of a spoiler for you guys. It is this. Hello, Doge Lord. How you doing, bud? How you doing, man? Dead the many with Autoflux. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Autoflux challenges are pretty good. Autofluxes ours are quite a bit more difficult. So just so you know, ours are quite a bit difficult, the challenges. This is the Glizzy car. My favorite. Are you talking about my favorite engine? I love the Ford 300 inline six. Great engine. I know. I like the classic inline sixes. The Ford 200 is a great one too. I like the bar is up there. The Lexus V8 and V10. Alright, this is the Glizzy. You got your driver's seat on the left. Of course, it's perfectly set up for driving this beautiful car. I got a single exhaust. I know. Inline six engine. Rear-wheel drive. Okay, I like the specs. It's got wheels. Take off the AC. We don't need that. All right, let's see how this thing handles legitimately. So far, it's actually not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's good. Yeah. I'm not sure, Philman. I'm not sure where's the jump button, bud. I'm not sure. I literally looked before the stream. Like, I don't know why that car is here, but I'll take it. I'm stealing your cars. So it's a little bit tail happy. It's a drift sausage. It's a drift sausage for sure. Yeah, when the Glizzy is faster than your Miata, pretty much. Look at this thing go. Look at this Glizzy. Come on. Let's see if we can get a drift out of it. A little bit of a tail slide there. Come on, I'm trying here. I'm trying here. No! We gotta try it again. What the hell does Glizzy mean? It's a joke, you wouldn't get it. It's, I think it's a Shiny Odd reference. Yep, Shiny Odd Bill reference. Yeah, it was a sausage on a plate, right? Oh, pop and bang! Oh, we're missing out. Can't every car sound like this Glizzy? It's become a delivery truck, yeah. The Glizzy Mobile is what this is. You gotta make the sausage about 3 times bigger, though. And then you can carry Glizzies inside the Glizzy. Stay in second here. It actually handles quite well. I'm driving it like a complete buffoon, but I think that's the intended purpose a little bit. It drifts pretty well, actually. Hondas aren't too bad. I don't mind Hondas. Like, Glizzy's a sausage on a stick. Ah, fair enough. The more you know. Oh, pop and bang, baby. And down a second here. Get my hair to my face. To get it. We're good. We're fine. And down a second again. Stay in second. That was close. Cut the corners, baby. Come on. How do I join these community challenges? So 5,000. So I explained this like. So I'll have in the future. I'll have like instructions in the stream chat or in the thing here. So what you do? You join the Discord linked in the description of the stream. From there, that's my Discord. There's a bunch of different channels. One channel is called Community Challenges. I think it's Community Challenges is what it's called. You can always ask for help from a moderator or admin. And in there, you'll find rules for the challenges. The next one coming up is the 1980s JDM car challenge. So you got to build a car to fit into those specifications, those rules, those requirements, and then you send that .car file, the automation car file, to one of the mods or admins. And then if it fits the rules, it's getting in. K20 and K24, those are good engines, yeah. I click for sport luxury cars, the car I see is better. Ha! Thanks, Trey. Yeah, this is what someone made it. 136.2, it did a good time. It was actually a pretty good car, I'll give it that. 130, we probably could have gotten even better, to be honest. 136.2. Hello, hey Gixer, how you doing, bud? All right. Yeah, no problem, bud. Welcome to the the challenges and stuff, you know. Oh, my leg's just getting real. I'm sore from sitting in this chair. I'll tell you that right now, boys and girls. So let us do. Would you believe those engines were taking a 9,000 RPM? Oh yeah, oh yeah. My Ford Maverick engine, it's the 200. It's a 3.3 liter straight six, 200 cubic inches. Those things stock. The block itself can take about 7,000 safely, for sure 7,000, maybe a little more maybe. You do need to upgrade I think the valves and springs. That's all you need to upgrade really. And it can take 7,000 stock in an old engine, which is pretty crazy. And it's an old pushrod, yeah. Started 69 minutes ago, exactly. I know. I know. Yeah, my buddy, he used to have a 225 slant six. 7K horsepower, oh gosh. Yeah, a friend of mine used to have a 225 cubic inch, so like a 3.5 liter slant six engine. So an inline six but slanted. In his 1980 Duster. Yeah, so he had a slant six, he drove that until he wanted more power, because it was either turbocharger or V8 swap, and the V8 was cheaper to get good reliable power out of it. So he V8 swapped it for a V8 of a 1996 Dakota, so a 5.7 liter Dakota motor. Took off the fuel injection. It's got like this nice carb setup, Holley double pump, Holley, I think it's a 600 CFM Holley double pumper carb. It's the cool thing about it though is it's set up to rev to about, I think it's like 7,500 RPM. 7,500 RPM out of a pickup truck engine. It's crazy. 340, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, so it's got a Dodge Dakota engine. It's got a 4-speed swap with the gearbox. So he's done everything himself. He's learned on the job. He's replaced the transmissions 5 or 6 times now. The engine's out again. He's swapping it out for I think a 360. Older angle with the 360. Yeah, those are good too. Yep. Yeah, the history of the 400 SS. I'll take a look in a sec there, bud. We'll load up the next car first. That was Soda's car. We got Double Trouble 5X's car. He has got the Voyager Tornado. 445 horse and 3850 pounds. Reasonable power to weight ratio. Not bad. No problem, TG. So the Voyager Tornado. It's a nice looking slopey GT kind of coupe thing. Hello, Geek Hero Bud. Welcome, Alpha. Gotta have some water here. We gotta stay hydrated, guys. Oh, that is some H2O. My throat is just really dehydrated. I'm just. It's very hot in this closet today. It's like a Corvette. We're gonna actually open this door. I don't do this too often. We're gonna open this a little bit. Oh, the cool air from the room. My gosh, is that glorious? Hydronate. Yes, we're hydronating. All right. We've got like 10 more cars or whatever. There's, I think, 3 cars we got to import after. Maybe 3 or maybe 2, I'm not sure, but at least 1. No problem, cars. No problem, bud. So, interesting. The side, a little bit thin on the sidewall. A little bit thin tires, a little bit thin rims. That's okay. I don't mind the side, though. I don't mind the front. Front looks pretty good. The back, I don't like the taillights. I like the rear diffuser. That's nice and clean. But it's a pretty American, pretty brawny looking GT coupe thing. Best inline 4 Volkswagen. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, you know the Mercedes AMG, the A45 or the CLA 45. Those things have over 400 horsepower stock with a 2-liter 4-cylinder. But they sound very stressed engine. Inline 5. I love inline 5s. I love a good inline 5. I've considered an Audi TTRS as one of my next car. A little short of gearing. No, the 45s? Nope. No, the 45s are all they're a 2-liter turbocharged 4-bangers. There is the AMG 53s that are in the bigger AMG cars. I think the E-Class, the E53, which is a inline 6 3-liter turbocharged mild hybrid, 48 volt. A V10, ooh, that'd be sick. Into a Duster, that'd be crazy. Yeah, so my friend's 1980 Duster. So that thing revs about 7,500. It makes about 350, 400 horse. I think it's about 400 horsepower at the crank. So like 300 horsepower, whatever the wheels. It's got thick, really thick drag radials in the back is what it drives. He drives with like semi-slicks all the time. I know, it's pretty crazy. It's got a 4-speed swap, and it's set up so that it's meant to shift through the gears manually. So it's a 4-speed automatic, but you use the column shifter, and he set the whole thing up to shift through every gear individually. It's crazy. Because he can bring out the gears a little farther. Yeah, the AMG 45 is cool, not reliable. There's a lot of power for a small engine. My brother considered getting a AMG or CLA 45 AMG. Wow, a Fiesta ST to a TTR is crazy. That's awesome, man. Both are great cars. Take care, bud. Have a good night, man. Sparko and Carver too are just having a grand old time. I love chats. We're going. So this thing grips pretty well. 180, 190, braking. Hello, Jordan. I don't think it's a little. I don't know. I messed with those turns twice. Yeah, we're all just chilling. The inline 5.4 train, that's pretty sick. Well, I know Ford and Volkswagen, or no, Ford and Volvo, I guess, had inline 5s. They shared at least. So maybe that transferred over. Because I know the Ford Focus RS, the European one, obviously, the older European ones had the Volvo inline 5. Same as the C30 T5 engine, basically, but tuned up. The turbo inline 5, which is pretty cool. So this thing grips quite well in the corners. Like, we're gripping pretty good through here. I think I was a bit overconfident, a little bit overzealous with the brakes. Like braking too late. We'll do a little more carefully here. There we go, that was better. Lexus LFA. That's a cool build. We're not building today, we're just driving today, but that's a cool build. I have that. I think I did an 8,000 RPM V10 build once, but that was a long time ago, and it's on the list. Don't you worry. Nice, Sean. What's the challenge, bud? Pretty quick. 127.8. Not bad. Not 0.9. Not a bad time. I'll take it. Like top 10-ish. Biggest, I don't know, it did pretty good, honestly. Like, nope, not too much critiques, just wasn't the best. Wasn't really bad at anything. Brakes for a little bit, maybe, but wasn't really bad at anything. Wasn't the best at anything, but I think it was quite good overall. Why every automation YouTuber doesn't build real cars? They just build look-alike model. Why is that? I would say the biggest reason, for me at least, take care, Sparko. I would say, yeah, mostly Turismo. One of my eyes is actually going to focus here. The Caratera. What is it? What is that? I actually have a race car coming up for tomorrow's build. So no race cars for a little bit, but I have one coming up for tomorrow's build. Yeah, automation YouTubers, I think for the most part, they don't do too much replicas or like legitimate replicas, just because people fanboy over cars. For me, at least, I don't like doing replicas too much, because there's always something wrong. Nothing's perfect, and people like to complain. It feels bad. And it's, it's really hard to make them look 100% legit. That's the biggest thing. Hey, thank you, Jaden. Appreciate that, man. A race series here, no? Oh, fair enough. The video for tomorrow, it's going to be a GT4 race car. GT4, GT3. It's a mix of GT4, GT3 class. So it's going to be like a big old coupe. Lots of power. It's actually a redesign of a really old build, so it's going to look way cooler. Still kind of flashy, but it's cool. It's cool. So Double Trouble did quite good. A 127.9. Great time. The car wasn't particularly terrible. It wasn't perfect, though, but it was good. Like, it was good. Nothing really bad about it. It was not terrible. Azka's up next. 615 horse, so one of the higher horsepowers. Yeah. Hey, Gixer, send me pictures. That's okay, man. Merc SLS AMG. I don't like Merc. That's pretty cool. I could do that maybe for a video at some point. I don't mind that. Epic win on League last weekend. Very poggers. Man, I haven't played League in a good while. It's a lot of fun, though. I've never won because I'm terrible, but it's good fun sometimes. One of my friends is a lot more into it than I am, so I played with him. So this is Aska's car, the Delfinida, the Delfinida Wanderlust, 2015, I think is what it's called. 615 horse, 5,675 pounds. This is literally, I think it's the heaviest car. It's an actual tank on wheels. And you know what? I might be surprised. Maybe it's going to handle very good. Maybe not. We'll see. What does the Mahindra Scorpio look like? I'll have to look that up. V16 F1, that'd be pretty crazy. It's damn slow. That's okay. It's got a lot of power. Yeah, you can give me the results. I don't know too much about League. I've not played it in years, but I've played it before. It's not bad. An F1 car. I haven't an F1 build before. Maybe I'll do another one. I'll do another one at some point. I'll take a look in a sec, Gixer. I'll do another F1 build at some point. Maybe with a V16. I like that. A V20. Oh gosh, with the weirdest engine ever. Back end. Oh, I love the back end. Very cool back end. Very aggressive. Very modern. Side profile. Awesome. Very like so. Just a lot of work put in there. A lot of work put in the details. Front end's nice as well. I like everything about this car. It's nice. Mahindra XUV 500 and Tata. Hey, Speed Cruiser. If you're in the Discord, just post pictures and ping me. Honestly, just post pictures and ping me. Let's see here. I just want to see how much cars we have left in the list. I got to take a look. I have to reply to this text. And we're good. Okay. A bit of RX-7 vibes. Actually, RX-7, but like... It looks almost a little bit like this little kink, this curve at the top is almost like Bugatti, you know? The Sparko's apologizing. Well, thank you for the apology from Sparko. It's good of you, bud. You don't have Discord? Oh, I can look it up. Mahindra, the XUV 500. Look at it real quick right now, just so we can see. A 500. Oh, okay. I'm looking at like a newer one. I don't know if it's older ones. It looks pretty good. Kind of reminds me of a cross between like a little bit of almost Suzuki-ish. It's almost like Jeep-ish. A couple different vibes going on. Rotaries would be really cool. You can make fake rotaries, but you can't make rotaries, I know. We'll launch it properly. Yeah, F1 with the rotary, I like that too. You thought this was a video? No, we're streaming, bud. Maybe I'll try. I wonder if there's I'm wondering now. Hey, where's the jump button here right now? If he's still here, film it if he's still here, because he's good at doing this kind of stuff. I wonder. I'm sure there's a rotary engine mod in BeamNG. I wonder if you can stick a rotary engine mod into an automation car. I'm sure that's possible. I'm pretty positive it's possible now. So putting a rotary engine into an automation car. The old F1 cars are a lot cooler, to be honest. I agree. Oh, it's a front-wheel drive. Rip. I use the handbrake there to help us rotate around. Okay, the brakes are fading. We're losing the brakes. I need to coast for a second there because we're losing the brakes. We're going to coast a little more here. I want to get it nice and cool if we can. The stream we're going for about another 45 minutes-ish, I would say. The stream's usually about 2 hours on the dot, I'd say, for length. They're dead, yeah. That's what I thought was going to happen. Wow, that was a really good wall hit there. We lost 3 out of the 4 brakes. I don't think there's anything we could have done there. Oh, the XUV's 4-wheel drive. Oh, okay. It's hard to read chat, Speed Cruiser. I apologize while we're like driving and stuff at the same time. I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, of course, this is West Coast USA. This is a custom time trial by my mod Ivan. This is the fixed sprint is what it's called. Just called sprint. West Coast USA sprint kind of circuit thing. Let's see here. So that was Asgard. Yeah, it was quite fast, actually. It wasn't bad at all. So 132.1, 132.1. Let's see. Let's take a look at the picture. Oh, it's looking over his steering wheel is tough. Oh, wow. Wow, that's a good time right there. That's not bad at all, man. 3 a.m. here. It is 8:08 p.m. And so after this, I've got so much stuff. After the stream, I've got to go I've got to talk to my editor for like an hour or two. I'll walk him through everything he's got to edit and stuff. It's fantastic, I know. And then I've got to do an IRL call with friends. Great. And then I got to go record, edit another video tonight. Great. When are you reviewing viewers' cars? I don't have a promise time. At some point we'll get to it. We're in Canada. I live in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Editor, more like editor. Yeah. Yeah, it's it. So that was Asking car. We'll hop into Cuntz's car now. 530 horse, 4125 pounds. The Limone Sorbetto. Fancy name. Fancy, very fancy. The Limone Sorbetto. Sounds like an ice cream flavor. It's not a bad thing. I like ice cream. I'm a fan of ice cream. It is a Porsche looking thing. Manitoba. Oh, no problem there, bud. Yeah, Winnipeg, Manitoba, eh? Oh, Toronto. Oh, don't get me started on Toronto there, bud. Help me, I'm above your house. Oh, rip. The DC Avanti or the something exchange. I have not seen those. I'll take a look at those in a sec, possibly. Let's see what Gixxer sent. So Gixxer sent some Argentina race cars. Oh, those are really cool looking. They're like almost like NASCAR, but totally different, style-wise at least. Very interesting cars. Very interesting. That's kind of cool. I could maybe use a NASCAR body, like a NASCAR style thing like that before. How do you guys get the open beta of automation? So the most random person, if you literally go to YouTube and just YouTube search up automation open beta, the first thing that'll pop up is my video saying how to use open beta and automation. And there's the tutorial there. You can also hop in Discord, ask in Discord. Yeah, TMC. So we're just testing cars. These are Discord-made cars, challenge cars. Every few weeks we have a challenge. My Discord members make cars. This is one of them, and I test them in a track. You respond to 4 of my texts. I'm happy. Yeah, I try. I try my best to respond to chat and stuff while we're playing. Cup of coffee. Yeah, cup of coffee before you sleep. That sounds like a great idea. So the front end, I like this. I like this black line. I don't know if this is like custom put and stuff, because if it is, it's really cool. A lot of detail there. It's nice. The rims. I'm telling you right now, I think we had this issue before, actually. There's quite a few cars this time. I exported and the rims went to default. Is that me? Request for video? You know what? Like, it depends, TMC. I've got a really long list of requests, but if you want to say a request, just say it to me, or you can even say it in Discord, or just tell me in chat here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a rim issue because I feel like a lot of cars didn't export properly, the rims wise. The back end's beautiful. Love the back end. I don't know if I like the diffuser, but I love this taillight housing. This whole setup here is really cool. Love the stripes. A ton of work there. I love it. The front end's very aggressive. I like that as well. So we'll hop in. We'll do first person. Launch it. It didn't start up. Oh yeah, I'll take a look. Oh, I think, okay, I've heard of this car. I think I actually saw an article one time of it. The Pravik extinction. I'm pretty sure I saw an article. I'll look at it a sec. I'm pretty sure I saw an article of it. Like, a few weeks back, even. So the brakes are overheating. That's one thing so far. We are losing brakes immediately. That's not a good sign. It's fast, though. It handles pretty decent. Come on. The brakes don't like braking. Oh, I don't want them to die right now. If they die right now, we're kind of screwed. Don't die, please, brakes. Don't die, brakes. We're gonna coast through here. It handles nice, though, but the brakes are dying. You can play automation BeamNG. How can I ask for someone to make a car? You can or can't. Yeah, you can't play automation, I think is what you're trying to say. The brakes have died. So if you go in Discord and just ask someone if you can, you know, ask away. I can't promise someone's gonna help you make a car, but you can ask and see if someone can help you build a car. They can like stream it to you and you can build it with them. The car's pretty sick, I agree. The brakes have died, though. We've lost the front brakes completely. Pretty quick, though. Yeah, I know. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Alpha. Alpha Romeo was pretty great, so thumbs up from that. For that. You got an 84 Chevy K20 with a 5.6 V8. Could you try to remake it? Possibly. I have that in an 80s truck before. Not a Chevy K20. But possibly I could do some sort of truck SUV from the 80s at some point. That could be in the list. I could do another classic. Like I want to do like a really hardcore, not a hardcore, but like a big old body on frame truck. I'll look up the Pravig though. The Pravig Extinction. Let's see. Is this the car I was looking at? I haven't seen this one. This is interesting. I actually like the headlights. I don't like the front grille. I like the headlights. Here, I'll turn my display capture for a second. So this is what he was looking at. I like the headlights. I like the front 3/4 almost. I don't like this. If you can see my mouse. The front air intake. The wheels are kind of small. I guess I don't think it's as crazy expensive as some other cars. The back end's not bad though. If this is a concept, I don't mind the looks. Interesting profile. I like the headlights though. I like the front LED light bar. It's not bad. We'll hop back into the game. Not a fan. I like the headlights. I don't like the other things. Head engine. I remember you, bud. Welcome back, bud. Head engine. Head engine. If I'm pronouncing it right, I can't pronounce names ever, so. Hope you in the future 100,000 subs. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem, Sparker. We're just chilling, hanging out. I'm gonna exit this tab. We'll get into the next car. This one was a 127.8. Good time. Not bad. Not a bad time at all. Clemson's car did quite good. 127.8. One of the best of the day. Those race cars are based on 70s cars that were all the Argentina cars. All inline sixes. Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. They're all like I've never heard of like too much inline six like only racing cars. Generally speaking, that's pretty cool. I know the Barra did some. I think. Ceramic brakes. Ceramic brakes. They do need to be really warmed up before they are effective. I would say just make sure like things like pad type and stuff, and make sure the discs are big enough. Because if you have like carbon ceramics and it says it's fine, but you've got really small discs and it says it's fine on automation, it could be something like that. Like what size are your discs? 9K. Wow, that's crazy for an inline six. Oh, the cars are based off of. Oh, okay. Okay, not bad. That's cool. I had the message open right there, so I just looked at them. Let's hop in the next one. No cunts, but it did good. It did good even the brakes dying. We didn't need the brakes for the end there. DKM 777. This is your brother's car. Carbon ceramic. There you go. 240 people. Oh no, the record I've had was 125, and that was actually last week. Maybe 130. Is 125, 130 is the most. So yeah, we're doing good. These building streams get a lot more usually, and this one's so the first part of the test, the cars get more, and the building streams get more. So it looks like one crazy guy. You're gonna follow me because it looks like a crazy guy. What? That's awesome, man. That's cool. I'll have to check out that channel. Let me hop into the next car we have is the Tri-Ring IR8 car. 430 horse, 3,600 pounds, so not bad power to weight ratio, really. Well, we're not doing the USS car yet. I like that. What is this? This is the Tri-Ring. Where are we? Hey, Blind, where is it? Maybe I might have to re-import it. What if I re-import it? It's the Tri-Ring IR8. Let's do this. Try. Is it not here? Nope. We'll have to re-import this one. So we'll re-import it. It'll take a second, I promise. Let's do this. I'm kind of rookie in your channel, but I really like your channel and the content. Hey, man. That's no... You're not annoying, man, at all. Not annoying. We're just hanging out, driving some cars, relaxing, chatting. A bit of a stretch. Oh. So I will turn on automation. We're going to go to automation for a second. So I'm going to import it. Oh, yeah. Well, no, I won't stream. We'll just say it's the BeamNG. We'll just name BeamNG. Check out the Vazrani Shul. I can check that out in a second. I'm just going to go like this. We're just going to exit this for now. And look at the car. We'll have this car leased out there while I'm looking and opening the cars. Yeah, the only ones aren't the best looking. I personally like the looks, but it doesn't look like a Blazer, I think. I like the looks. The Blazer name doesn't fit it. You know, it's kind of aggressive styling, but yeah, it's kind of, yeah. So we gotta open up this car. This car is called the Tri-Ring. I have it right here. I didn't import it for some reason. That's okay. We'll import it, and we'll test that one. Really weird. Because I wrote in the horsepower and the weight, but I didn't import it for some reason. My mistake. I apologize. Chris Fix. I know Chris Fix. Hey, he's awesome. Makes good content. I haven't watched him in a good bit, but I've watched. I think the last thing I watched was a couple of videos after his Hummer. So that was like a year ago, probably even. But I've watched him. He's good. Hey, Gabriel. Appreciate the £1.50. Thanks, bud. Thanks, man. What's the best Honda engine? Every Honda engine is the best, so I'm loading in this car. But yeah, Gabriel, thanks for the £1.50. Means a lot, bud. Hopefully everyone had a good New Year's and stuff, too, because I don't think we've streamed since New Year's. Or have we?
Yeah.
Oh, then I was waiting for a message. It's like, what? Still a message? Yeah, it's just the donation. Thanks, bud. So let's export this car. We'll see if we can import it now. We'll check. We don't have to export it twice. It will be... We'll load into this car now. And we'll export it again. The Vazrani Shoal. I think I've actually... That must be the one I've seen. I've seen the all-electric hypercar. Shoal hypercar. That's the one I've seen. Yeah, I actually watched a full, like, 5-minute video, I think, on the Shoal. Which is pretty cool. I think it looks pretty good. It's not the best looking, but it looks quite good.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam, man. How you doing, bud? Hey, Oscar, with a $2 donation. Appreciate that, man. If you guys aren't in the Discord and you donated some money, join the Discord because you get a special donator rank. But so appreciate that. Just one extra little thank you thing, but I appreciate all the donations, guys. How's Sandman doing today? The Turismo Cartera inline 6s make up 500 horsepower NA. Wow. 2 Webers. Interesting. I've considered actually doing a carb swap for my Maverick because it's got the 200 straight 6 to 3.3 liter. I'm considering doing, if I keep the engine, it's going to be an Offenhauser intake swap with a triple carb setup. The Discord talks a lot. They're chatty. How's Heavenly Gamer doing? We're not doing the PCP right now. We're not doing the PCP. It looks cool though. There's the Tri-Ring. LS9 or LT4? LS1, the original LS1. Great engine. Ooh. Just been aboard? Yeah, that's no problem. Well, welcome to Hangout. Just chat about whatever, cars, coffee, whatever you want to chat about, really. Or just chatting and testing some cars. These are challenge cars from my Discord. And we're just sort of chillaxing. Let's see here, this one's loading up, and we've got it pretty much. I'm going to close automation now. We've got the car here. So 430 horse and the mid 3,000 pounds. I definitely import. I saw this one before. This is the Audi R8-ish body / TT body. Very, very adorable. Love the wheel covers. This is more like a Hypermiler, but it's cool as heck. Front end's cool, back end's cool. Definitely reminds me of this reminds me of an Audi R8 concept car, actually. First drift car, that's pretty cool, man. Anything in particular? My buddy's got a S14. It's pretty cool. I haven't talked to him for a while, but he's building it as his drift car. Yeah, Gabriel, you don't have to do the challenges if you don't want to. There's a lot happening and stuff. So, it's a little bit understeer, I feel like. A little bit of wheel spin. Will last 2 hours, not a week. Yeah. There's a lot of cars. So DCam's brother, the brakes, they've given out, turn 1. Not ideal. They do come back though sometimes. It's a glitch where they come back. So, car looks cool. Very stiff suspension. RDR Tron constants. Ah, fair enough. I knew it. Take care, TMC, man. Yeah, I'll be here for another little bit longer. Cars and coffee. I saw Jay Leno once. That's so sick, man. That is so cool, man. I love to meet Jay. Jay just seems like, at least for cars, seems like a really genuinely cool car guy. He loves cars, you know? Look at the wheel size. What size are they? 10 viewers max. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh, gosh. They're so tiny. This thing is not going to be good in the track. I'm telling you right now. Oh, Audi Carbon. Audi Le Mans. It definitely has that, for like Audi R8 concept though, vibes to it. So the lack of brakes, check. Lack of grip overall, check. That's too bad. But brakes are dead. It's pretty quick though. The rears are just doing fantastic. I appreciate your rears. So, small tires, lack of four-wheel grip is a thing, and I think another thing too, the suspension is way too stiff. I don't think it'll do great on the track. Don't shift so early. I'm shifting. I don't think I'm shifting that early. Well, the only time I shift early is just for wheel spin. That was close. Gosh, the sound of the dying brakes. Those brakes, man. Oh, they're killing me. I'm using the handbrake to turn here because we don't have front brakes anymore. The brakes are cooking. This is fine. This is fine. I mean, like, it's still doable. We've lost the backs too. The backs have given out too. Oh gosh, we're cooking Thanksgiving dinner on these brakes. Come on. It's pretty quick though. It's fine. Do you like Billie Eilish? You know what? I don't know if I like her music. I think her personality is pretty fine. Like, I think her as a person seems like a pretty decent person. If we're talking about that. Her music's fine. It's not really my style, but sometimes it is pretty catchy, I'm not gonna lie. They have plastic brakes. They have plastic brakes. It was a zoom-in car. 139.7, not even that bad of a time considering there was no brakes, suspension was very, very, very stiff, and there was no grip in the tires as well. So a 139.7, not bad though. What do you and your car's coming up, Mini Chris? So there's a couple more. There's like 5 or 6 more. Yours will be up soon. So after those, I think, unfortunately, I've got like a few to import. Let's see here. No, let's do this. Ginger. There's 2 cars I got to import. So how much time do you have left? Like, we're gonna finish it all today. We're gonna bank through these cars. Next, we'll get through all the next 20 minutes. Exactly, we love cars, exactly. So we got the next up, which is, I think his name is like /_/ is the name we have for him. /_/ Oh no, his name is like a squinty guy face is what it is. Okay. So 700 horsepower, 4,300 pounds. This car is the Joe Mama. That's the name. That's the name. That's the name. I've got these 2 cars actually from him. Interesting. This is the Miata. Hey, no, thanks, Maddie. Appreciate that, bud. My footage flipped? Which footage? Which footage flipped? Nope. Like right now, live? No. My hair's just getting stuck in my headphones. Fantastic. Bit of a stretcherino, guys. Oh my gosh, my arms just look super skinny. I know. Basically a skeleton. But we're good. Ideally, this stream's gonna be 2 hours. It might be a little over, and that's okay. Not a fan of the chrome. It's a little bit... It's very flashy, the pink. But, you know, it's a little bit fixture light. But what you have there is fine silver. I got super taillights, which is all you really need. It's a Supra. It's basically a Supra. Oh gosh. We short shifted and it's still spinning a lot. Oh boy. She is very aggressive. It's like a Dodge Viper on steroids. We're good. Come on. We're good. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Controlling this much power in rear-wheel drive with pretty sketchy tires in the back, I feel like, is a challenge. Oh, we're fine. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Woo. It's definitely sporty. This is the kind of car that's going to wake you up in the morning, to be honest. You'll be really awake after this thing. Or you'll be dead. Biggest thing is just too much power, honestly, for thin tires. It's hard to put the power down. We're good. The interior of the is quite small, I think so. With these new regulations, you gotta be able to build a car and hit a pedestrian so that they get up laughing. Oh god, that's a good quote. It's 130.7. Not a bad time though. Not a bad time. 130.7. We'll do this. 130.7. Too much chroma. It's a little bit chromy, but I think it's supposed to be flashy in that regard. Soccer Masters up next. 505 horses, 4,450 pounds. The GAA Estrabor. It's a luxurious name for a luxurious car. We'll see, but it was quite quick. That was quite quick. We'll hop into the GAA, and we'll see what this one's all about. Where's G? There it is. Hello, Jimmy. How you doing, bud? In 1.7,000 RPM, everything is faded. The car weightless. The only thing that's left is the body. Who's fair enough. Chrome can appear and then export the color. Maybe. Is your YouTube revenue your main revenue? I would say it's a good portion of my revenue, my income. I'm not working right now. I might start up working in a month again. Further grammar mistake, you're tired. I can tell you're tired. It's like a part-time job, I'd say, YouTube. You could not live off it. I could probably just afford rent and not food and just not eat. But maybe someday it'll be a job. Who knows? But it's a lot of fun. So that's what's more important. So we got this thing. I like the back. I love the tips. The exhaust tips are really cool. But it kind of reminds me of almost like an LFA in the back somehow. Intake's nice on the side there. It's rear engine. Toyota Supra. This is the FT1 body. Front end's nice though. It's like a Supra, but better, I think. But mid-engine. Kind of cool. We'll launch it. We'll just launch it. This is fine. Short shift it because we can. Gearing's nice so far. Lay off the throttle here. Back tires is a little bit squirrely here. She's kicking out in front of us. We're scraping. And we're good. (2017 GT40 or 2019 Supra). I mean, are we choosing here? I kind of like the 22. I like the MK5 Supra actually quite a bit. The GT40, the Mustang or the GT looks really cool. We're good. So back into a little bit. It's rear engine, so it's rear-wheel drive. It's a little bit sketchy, but that's okay. It's to be expected with a rear engine, rear-wheel drive. Wow, we've crashed it twice, and it's been actually like totally fine crashes. Yeah, you can't make LFA. You can make close-ish, and you can modify JVs to sound like LFAs, but you can't get perfect. I know. Wow, that was interesting. So, it feels decently quick. Lack of grip is a big issue, I think. The brakes were pretty fine. GT40. Oh, it's a GT40 and a Supra. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I can see a bit of both there. You should have more than 50k subs. The algorithm is really bad. No, we're good. Welcome back, Grease Monkey. We're fine. We're just having fun testing cars, man. Oh, we don't need more subs. If there's more people watching, I couldn't talk to all you guys. Have you heard of the E-meme? I haven't heard of the E-meme. What's the E-meme? 138.9? 138.7, sorry. What is the E meme? E? Just E? Dembele is up next. 650 horse, 4750 pounds. The Colas Talia. We'll hop into the Colas. And it's a scoop boy. Or is the meme just E? Who doesn't like the FT1 more than the MK5? That's true. They're both really good. The FT1's really cool though. Markiplier E meme. Fair enough. I don't really watch Markiplier. I know. I'm gonna get lots of hate. I'm trying to think of like the content I do watch. I watch so much car reviews, car history in general. Lots of video essays and stuff I watch. Mort punishes everyone. Oh gosh. Oh, fair enough. All right. So we're in this car. It's a little fixture light. I like the front end though. I like what you got going. It kind of reminds you. It doesn't. I don't feel luxurious though in it, but it's not bad. I think it needs a bit more fixtures, but it's good what you got there. We will launch it. Don't you see Dona Media? I don't really watch Air 12 that much. I watch them occasionally, and same with Dona Media. Yep. I watch a lot of video essays. I know, but lots of video essays that relate to cars or economics. I know, weird things. Like history and economics. It's not even just cars. Cars, car history, economics. I expect no memes ever. Yeah, I watched Doug obviously. Auto Top. I've watched Auto Top before. I don't watch too much. CarWow actually is pretty good for reviews. Honestly, I like CarWow for reviews. Other reviews that I watch Redline reviews for car reviews. He's not bad. He does a lot of like generic cars, which I do like. I've watched some of Rady's rides. He does a lot of. He does way too much reviews, so I feel like, in my opinion, it's a little repetitive. Doug is great. I watch almost all of Doug. He's just entertaining. What else do I watch? The Turbo sounds great. What other cars do I watch? I watch a car called Big Car. It's a car history channel. Once a week they have like a video about some certain British car. They do car history on it. It's pretty cool. There's another channel called Mars Speed I watch. It does Mopar history and stuff too even. I like car history stuff, my gosh. Straight Pipes. Straight Pipes is okay. I don't watch Straight Pipes really anymore actually. I watch, for my Canadian car YouTubers, I watch Throttle House. Throttle House is freaking fantastic. I know. I don't say freaking a lot, but wow, I gotta say it there. They're so good. Best channel last 2 years, over 100k subs. Hey, appreciate that, man. But yeah, Throttle House, if you guys want awesome car reviews, like really high quality car reviews that are really funny, it's like Straight Pipes because it's two Canadian guys, but like they're great. They're super good. What's your favorite economical school? Honestly, I couldn't answer that. I just watch mostly like my favorite subjects in life are, I'd say history is probably my favorite. So just lots of history of economics, things like that. Like DD. This, oh yeah, Doug meme. We should do a Doug video. 127.3. But not a bad time. 127.3. I've watched Roads to Travel before. They're not bad. But 127.3 is a good time. We'll hop into. How do I pronounce your name? It's Relix. Cletus McFarlane's Crown Victoria, called neighbor. I could do a crazy Turbo Crown Victoria at some point. I could do a build like a meme like that at some point. That's on the table. So his car. Yeah, you're still here, Relix. Yeah. Okay, let's hop into yours. You have the Relix LS Series LS40i, 280 horse, a modest horsepower, but pretty light, 3875 pounds. We'll hop in. So we're almost done. We're almost done, Sparko. I know. This is your old car. We'll hop into this four-door sedan looking boy. You watch Hooligans. The Hooligans isn't bad. I do watch occasionally Donut. I've watched some 1320. Daily Driven Exotic. I've watched them before. Another channel I like watching too. They've got some interesting, like, more like quirky. It's like just like car facts and stuff, but it's more of quirky stuff. They're called Vizio Racer. They're like a European Eastern European channel. It's all in English. But they make some good stuff. I used to watch a lot of him back in the day. I'm trying to recall here. I could probably even like open my YouTube tab right now and just like take a look. Let's see here. That's probably all for my car stuff. That's all for my car stuff. I've watched Aging Wheels. Aging Wheels is awesome. Yeah, Aging Wheels is cool. There's a small one too, actually. I've watched it. It's just a 6. But we're almost done stream anyways. If you guys want a cool channel, and they do all Chinese cars, but they're American. I mean, they're born in America. They're English speaking. They do all Chinese cars. They're called, I think it's called, oh, what's it called? I think it's called Wheel Boys? Wheel something? Ah, I can't recall right now. Vizio Racer. Vizio Racer is super cool. Really cool guy. Car review. Wheels Boy. If you guys want a channel that is like all Chinese cars, I don't post too often. I post like once every few weeks. They're called Wheels Boy. Kind of a weird name. Wheels Boy. One word. Yeah, Vizio. Yeah, I like this. Like I like learning some things about it. Like things I just never thought about. Wheels Boy. They do some of their videos are hit and miss, to be honest. They do quirky Chinese cars, and like they're all pretty bad. They're all pretty bad cars, but they review them. And it's a really small channel, 10K subs. I found him a while ago. Wait, will you ping me? Here, 1 second. I could take a look. Let's see here. Oh, okay, sad history. Oh, well, I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, that's awful, bud. But hey, you know, I think I appreciate that you're taking care of the car and you're gonna make it be driving and make it be driving how you want it to drive, right? I think that's what he'd want. That's pretty sick. That's awesome, man. All right, so this is Relic's car. I like the front end. I like the use of the grills for the headlights. I like that. It looks good. Definitely has a like not a, what I'm thinking of. It's like almost like a mafia car. Very angry, very dark. It's got a bit of a high ride height in the rear. It is rear-wheel drive with a V6. All right. And there's a lot of channels driving for answers as well. Bit of wheel spin. Decent quick acceleration around the 5-second mark. It's decently quick, decent performance so far. It's a little bit slidey, all 4 wheels, I feel like. A little bigger wheels, maybe would be nice. But it's doing pretty good so far. Staying first. Oh, we are rear-wheel drive, yep. I'm just remembering this now. Stay on power a little bit. There's a little more. There we go. It's not bad so far. Ooh. Braking, stay in seconds. We're good. Oh, that was a close corner we took there. We're good though. The handling's pretty good. It's a little bit oversteer because it's rear-wheel drive, obviously, with a good bit of power. I do want to do a drag car video. 10 seconds is really easy. We can do like, I think we can do a video where we can get like in the 8s, 9s, like 7's easy. My record's like 7, I think. The brakes are good though. Like, auto top NL is pretty good. Form release pretty cool. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. Not a bad time. 140.3, a reasonable time. Biggest issue I think is, I think it had the least power of almost any of the cars. So it was a lower power car, 280 horse. So for 280 horse, it did really good for 280 horsepower. Decent weight. Handling was pretty good. I think just a little more grip would have been nice, but it's pretty good. Then use your car. Oh, and I can make a a similar car to that, possibly. Possibly. So that was Relic's car. Did pretty good. 140.3. Gobla. You're up next. Well, 460 horse, so a good bit more horsepower. And 4,300 pounds. Again, not bad. The Massive Chungus. Anything named Chungus is probably going to be a great car. We'll hop into the Massive. It's very fitting for this track, obviously. It is the Bentley body, which is pretty cool in itself. It is a chonker. I think the record's like 300 pounds. No problem. This is the first room of the year. Just showing the Discord queue, the great content. Much love. Hey, man. Thanks from Sweden, man. Volvo rolls, Volvo goes through the color yellow and blue. It sounds better in Swedish. Fair enough, man. Thanks, bud. Take care, TG. Hey, Volvo's cool, man. Thumbs up for Volvo. And hello from Canada. All over in Sweden, man. The Discord, you know, it can get a little bit memey at times. It's not 100% serious. It's just a lot of fun. You can talk about whatever in there, so it's not always about cars and stuff. Everyone's kind of joking around. It's pretty chunky. The purple one. Oh, that was awful. So this is a Bentley body. It's very, very imposing the front end. I love these rectangle brawny headlights. A little smaller, I feel like, but the grill's nice too. Everything's fine. The chrome, oh gosh, that's gonna blind you. It's very posh. We'll launch it. Oh gosh. Ah, there's an issue with this body. I don't know if you can check. We can't check here, can we? So, I can re-export this one real quick. This body is broken. The hitbox is super low. We can't check real quick. Look, we're flowing it right now. No brakes. The problem with this body is the hitbox is way too large. I actually literally just did a build of this body. If you hop in here, you can see I did a test build of this body. And the hitbox is way too low. So the hitbox, the car itself is touching the ground somehow. I'll try to re-export it in a sec. We'll hop into the next one though. I'll try to re-export it this sec. I'll re-export that and a few cars at the end. We'll have the Geek Heroes next though. So Geek Hero has the 2015 Highline Family LX2, 450 horse, 4425 pounds. We'll hop into that one. The 2015, it's going to be up here. And it is the Porsche Panamera body. It's good for Don cars, oh yeah. I'm going to open up automation at the same time. Actually, I'll start importing some cars right at the same time. Don cars, I know. Yeah, that body's glitched out, sadly. Taking a second to load up there. We will load up automation as well. Actually, we'll import the cars. These are, we'll go to here. Go to this. And I'll put this car here. And I'll download this other car right here. So I'll download two cars that we got to import. We'll get ready to import all of them. What's a Don car? Don car is like it's like a lowrider. Or no, not a really lowrider. It's a car with just giant wheels. Just giant wheels, like 25-inch, 30-inch wheels. Lifted, obviously. Porsche Panamera body. Got some very, almost like a Porsche rear end. I like that. Quad exhaust in the back, which is pretty cool. And the front end's not bad as well. We'll hop in. Pop off ESC. She's a feisty car. The handling pretty good though. And the corners is not bad. And it doesn't like the straights as much as the corners. The brake. The brakes are getting pretty toasty though. They might overheat. We'll see. Hell no, they're ugly. Yeah, fair enough. It's not my cup of tea, but some people like them. Personal preference, right? If they like them, then they, all the power to them. Come on, we're gonna brake. We're gonna brake. So the gearing, a little short. That's a gripe I've got. It's handling pretty nice though. It's pretty quick. It's not bad. Rear wheel drive is sketchy, obviously. Yeah, it's not. This one's not bad actually. That's okay, Geek. No, it's doing pretty good. This is not bad. It handles pretty good. The brakes, I think, were a little bit. They didn't overheat though. They were close. They didn't overheat. It's not pretty good. Nothing's really that bad. Maybe a little bit oversteer in the suspension, but. Do you know when Midnight went again? I do know what that is. Yeah. 137.4, not a bad time. Rear wheel drive is always at a disadvantage, I feel like, but I did quite good. So that was a 137.4, not bad. I don't mind the genre. It's not like, you know, it's not like 100% my taste. It's not bad though. You know, it's not. I don't look at too much, but it's not bad. I think quite good though. So Luke T the boss, you're actually second to last. There's actually one person, a couple people behind you now, because of how it's gonna work out. So you're up next, Luke. 490 horse, 3825 pounds. The TMC Ghidorah GTS. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We'll hop in and take it for a spin. We got the Porsche body. Oh, this thing is a good looking car. I remember this. We'll hop in and see what it's all about. Let me start importing cars. We will do this. Automation. Import these two. Okay. So BeamNG is pretty much done. We'll import the last. There's 3 cars left to test after this. There's actually 3 behind you. How it's working out. And I know I said, oh, we can probably test those cars real quick after. It's slightly longer than 2 hours. We can test the top 3. So let's see here. So I love the interior. I love the tan color. Looks nice. I have checked the Night Runners. Yep. I'm actually having it on my Steam wish list, I think, and I've subbed to his channel. So I haven't checked out. I think it looks good. Definitely got a bit of Porsche. It's hard to make it not look Porsche. Looks good though. I love the double headlight setup instead though. The front end light, it's nice. Side's nice. I love the interior details. It's good. We'll launch it. ESC off. It's rear engine, rear wheel drive. No, that's okay. We can do it in a few minutes. I'm supposed to just do a call with the guy who's gonna be editing stuff from now on, but I know my IRL, and he can wait a few minutes. It's okay. We're doing the top 3. It's just an extra couple minutes. Not bad. So rear engine's a little bit snap oversteery, but it's quite quick. It's handling quite good as long as we're not like braking and turning at the same time. Really, we need a bit of power, a bit of weight on the rear end. Braking here on power. We're good. Everything's fine. Stay in third. The gear might be a little short. One hand off the wheel, we're fine. Wow, I don't know how we're pulling this off. It's doing pretty good. The fastest car is, I think, Ivan and Groupster's cars. We're going to look at the fastest cars again in a second. We're going to redo the 3 fastest cars after this and just see which one comes on top, really. Come on. Pretty good time so far. It's been one of the better times tonight, I feel like. Sub 130, I'll take it. You did really good, Luke. You did really good. It was quite quick. Yeah, well, I'm enjoying this, Sparkle. We're just hanging out, having fun. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. I'll tell you that. This is a lot of work. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. It's good. We're having fun. Let's mark down Luke's time. Luke did really good. Luke, honestly. Yeah, I would say biggest things, just rear-wheel drive is a bit tougher with that much power. Rear engine's a bit tougher with that much power. If it was like all-wheel drive with rear engine, it would have been probably one of the fastest cars. The power, the time to the horsepower ratio was pretty good. It was faster than my own car, I think. So, and congrats on that, man. So we're gonna re-export one car. We're gonna export 3 cars real quick. Then we'll test those 3 and we'll be good to go. Thanks, Maddie. Appreciate it. It's an okay stream. We're doing good. I never going to drive on it. Oh, I do have the Nordschleife map. I was trying to set up time trials, but it's so frustrating to set up. I'll do that for a stream. $50 horsepower width. Well, that's not bad. That's crazy. So I'm just exporting a few cars real quick. We're gonna go to BeamNG. We're gonna go like this, just so we can see the car. Luke, we're gonna look at your car for a second. We'll go for the interior. Like that. Look at that. Hey, that's pretty cool. So I'm just importing a few cars. We're importing the Hassan Fallen V16 and the Vesper Accelerando Baroque. So we'll import those, and we're going to re-export the one with the Bentley body and raise it up. So the Vesper Accelerando Baroque has got 560 horse, 4,100, 4,075 pounds. It's a Miata body. We'll export that. Let's do this. I'm just exporting the last 2 cars. Suzuki Alto's pretty sick. I like the Alto. Any key car is pretty cool. Hey, there's an update for automation. I think. Yep. No, wait, what is this? Ah. Interesting. So we'll have export one car. We'll export the other real quick. Bentley Rolls Royce. Well, it's a Bentley body. But it's got Rolls Royce design, but it's a Bentley body model after the. I mean, Bentley and Rolls Royce from the 90s are the same car. So, same thing. The Hassan Fallen is coming next. I'll gotta export that. Just one sec. I apologize. We're just gonna export a few cars. Suzuki? Not anymore. We used to have Suzuki. I think in like 2014 or so they pulled out. So the Hassan Fallen V16 has got 370 horse, 4,300 pounds. We'll export that. I love Pagani. The Zonda F is my favorite, actually. The Zonda R. I love the Zonda, personally. It's my favorite. We need to. Yeah, we used to have a Suzuki. We don't anymore. It's kind of sad. Bentley's luxury is sporty. Yeah, I'm talking about, like, 90s Bentley and Rolls-Royce. So when they were, like, the same car, basically. Like, literally the same car. Like, same chassis. Same car. It's the 90s or 80s? Like, I think the older one's the same car. Because BMW used to own both of them. Volkswagen GTD? GTD's pretty cool. Because that's the GTI but diesel, right? Basically. So we got that. I'm exporting the last car. I'm just going to raise the height on the... That's the Haas and Fall. We got to raise the height on the other one. Oh, the Pagani is Argentina. Interesting. Every car is... If Rolls Royce is really cool, I'd buy one. So M Gobble's car we got to re-export. We'll raise the ride height. This is the Massive Chungus. And so that body's kind of glitched. That's why we're going to re-export this thing. Let's do this. An Italian car was designed created by Argentinian. You learn exactly. I'm learning new things. So I'm just exporting the last car of the day. Just 3 left. Then we're gonna test a few more after. So I can't promise this car's gonna drive good, but it's gonna drive because this body's broken. And do we have some rare cars? Subaru Forester STI. Ooh, the STI is really cool. That's really cool. I've seen pictures of them before. They are really cool cars. So we're exporting the Massive Chungus one more time. The cross country. We got 2 Jimmys. We got Jimmy McGuire and Jimmy Unknown. The 2 Jimmys. How's Jimmy McGuire doing? Oh, the GT diesel, GTI but diesel. Ah, I knew it. So there, we got automation done. We're gonna export one more time. So we will hop into the next car. We'll hop into the Massive Chungus again. So the Massive Chungus. It should be Massive Chungus. We'll try this again. I'm doing pretty good, man. We're on the tail end of the stream. We were on the tail end of the stream testing the last few cars of the night, basically just relaxing, winding down. I'm just trying to re-export this car because it's kind of glitching out. Well, I think the problem with anything, Bentley has depreciation as well. BMW, Mercedes has a lot of depreciation. I mean, like, dollar-wise, of course, it's the most because the cars cost the most. So let's see if this car works. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the ride height's increased. It's taking a while to load this one up. Come on. Is it raised? I think it's raised. It's raised. Okay, so I raised the suspension a bit. Now it should work. Not well, but it'll work. Massive Chungus, everyone. This body's glitched out. The body scrapes. Yeah, the body scrapes because the actual hitbox, you can hear it scraping. It's bottoming it out already. The hitbox is really really way lower than the actual body itself for some reason. I guess the UV mesh maybe or something like that. The Audi RS-Q8's really cool. I like the RS-Q8. It's basically a Lamborghini Urus, but less horsepower. But I think it looks quite good. So rear-wheel drive, I could tell. Yeah, Ivan, so I use this body for my challenge as well. I had to raise the body too because the hitbox is way lower than the actual physical body appears to be. So it gets hung up on scrapes and anything. There's just a flaw with this mod. That's okay though. Come on. A little bit of Argentina's designed some Lamborghinis. That's pretty cool. We're good. Welcome back, TMC, bud. We've got like I think like a few more cars left to go today. Oh, 340. That's pretty. 330 kilometers an hour is quite quick. Oh, 381. Oh, that's very quick. Wow. That's a pretty high speed. So, I think it's not the best representation this lap. You can't really get too much better because the body is scraping. It's quite high. It's not perfect. I know. I know. So that was the Massive Chungus by Goblet. That's got a 1:35 flat time. So we'll hop into some of the last cars, which, oh, I gotta find them here. The Hasn't Fallen V16. We'll hop into that. And we'll hop into the other car after that. And we got a few left to do after that. We'll retest a couple. And we're good to go. Wow, that's a very high top speed in your 1977 A4. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a high top speed. Yeah, Gran Turismo. My brother actually recently got Gran Turismo 1 and 2, I think. Or no. Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think. He recently bought them all. PS1, PS2, etc. Come on. It's taking a bit to load today. She's a little bit slow at the end here. She's slowing down. What size turbo would you recommend for my 60 horsepower front-wheel drive Kia Alto? Ha, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I don't know. Back end's nice. Small turbo would be pretty good. You don't want turbo lag. Light seems a bit small. I like the body. Front end very squared off. This is a curvy body, squared headlights. I think curvy at the end would be kind of cool for the headlights, but it's not bad. They're a little small, but it's not bad. Take off ESC. We'll launch it. Rear-wheel drive. Okay. We're learning. 130 miles an hour. That's not bad. My Lexus can do... The top speed of my Lexus is about 170 miles an hour or 175 miles an hour. Delimited with my tune. My Maverick's 99 miles an hour, so it's quite a bit slower. Of course, Sen recommends like a massive turbo. Of course it does. Alright. Not the fastest thing. I think this is a little bit shorter than horsepower. I think this is the V16 one. So it's really cool in that regard. But definitely not the Metastrat for high RPM or high power. High RPM too, I guess. It's only 1600 RPM. That's a pretty good. That's a good 0 to 60 for an A4 for an older A4. That's quite good. Ooh, ooh. That was close. Nope. The M550D is quite insane. It's a very quick diesel. I think it's like, what, like low 4 seconds to 60 or mid 4 seconds to 60 in a diesel? Yeah, 400 horsepower. Inline 6. Yeah, quad turbo diesel. It's crazy. Crazy. We're almost here. Come on. Turn number 1 is finished. It's very good for a diesel. The if you just do the M550i, the non-diesel, the NA, that thing is crazy too. Very crazy, very insane to be honest. BeamNG, I think anyone, just all the Germans just make crazy, insane fast cars nowadays. The Tommaso Pantera, beautiful car. I love the Tommaso Pantera. Come on, braking here. Brakes are getting a little toasty. They're not giving up yet, though. Stay in third. There we go. Welcome back, bud. Well, this is a G29 Logitech. Not the fanciest, but it does the job, and it works pretty good. It's cheap. Got a bit of a crash there. 137 flat, 136.9. Not a bad time. We'll take it. We'll take it. $136.9. Not a bad time. 136.9. There's force feedback. It's quite low. I do have a shifter. It's not set up right now. It doesn't work on my desk that well. And we'll hop into the final car, which is the Vesper Accelerando Baroque. We'll hop in to this thing. You can think about sleep. Yeah, more. Get to sleep, man. It's late there. It's late there. Daddy's in. He's here. He's here. I'm here too. We're on the tail end anyways. More. Head off to bed. You've done. Appreciate you hanging out, man. This is the big wang. Don't do Tercel. I think we're gonna do. I think okay. I know I said. I know I said I was gonna test your cars again, Ivan. But I think we'll hop off because I really should be going. I honestly thought this was gonna be shorter than 2 hours, but it's turned out to be 2.5 hours. My longest stream in a good bit. I was not planning on this. Take care, Gixer. Yeah, have a good one, man. We're gonna hop off after this one, last car, instead of testing the winners again. But like the cars did good. I'll test them like off camera at another point, but like not right now. Oh gosh. Sounds aggressive, a bit of a Viper vibe to it. Rear-wheel drive, high-revving V8. I don't mind, I like the tips though. We'll launch it. We'll launch it. Yeah, no problem, Ivan. No problem. I'm still running on no sleep. Like, so yesterday I went to bed at like 5, the day before I went to bed at 7:30. It's pretty great. We're fine. Brakes are good. Brakes are nice. Braking here, staying second. It's a big wang. It's a bit of a wang. You know what they say about big wangs though, right guys? Big feet. That's what they say. Then a second, third. It's a big wang. It's a big spoiler for sure. Do we just save it somehow? I might redo it, but we'll see what we get. Is that saved? I think it might be saved. Maybe I'll redo it. We'll redo it. We'll redo it. Bit of a mess up. Good gearing. Revs high, over 8,000 RPM, which is pretty good. Not bad. Staying second, hold in second. Bit of a handbrake turn there. Braking. Three ET? I haven't heard of that one. We're naming engines? Is that what we're doing? Name engines? Have not heard of that one. Interesting. We short shifted a little bit there. That's okay. Oh yeah, Taylor Tercel turbo. There's a turbo engine in the Tercel? Interesting. You learn something new every day. And second gear. Exactly, the last ride's always the best. We're good. It's still a good time though. Not the best, but it's quite good. Low or mid one, like 130, I think. We short shift there. That's okay. I'll take 126, 120 horse. Oh gosh, that's depressing. That's a depressing turbo power. And last but not least, 126.1. You are very late. That's okay though. We're just finishing off here. I know. That was the last car. Conveniently, very conveniently. 1600. That's very light. Wow, that's not bad then. That's a really good power to weight ratio then. Perfect timing. Bit of a 270. That's not bad. Hey, take care, Jimmy. So we're gonna hop off. I know that's it. So we're gonna hop off. I think that was the luxury ones. The shipbox cars are going to be late at the end of this week, probably. We're going to have one stream in the middle of the week. It's going to be another build stream, probably. I'm thinking, because a couple of us I want to do. I really want to do an RNG stream. Really want to do an RNG stream. We're going to do an RNG car stream with an RNG car like Shiny Odd's done. I know. I'm not copying him. It just sounds like fun, and I want to try it. So it's gonna there's going to be a cancer stream in the middle of the week, Sparko. Just so you know. Just so you're aware. Oh, probably. I mean, I say a lot of things, but we'll try for it. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for all thanks for the kind words and stuff. We're gonna hop off. I'm gonna go talk to one of my buddies. He's gonna be editing my videos. And then I talked to some IRL friends. On RNG stream, I know. It'll be great. Have a good night, guys. We're gonna take off, I guess. I know it's gonna get done soon. I gotta set it up. I gotta set it up so they have like an RNG thing and stuff. It's gonna be great. Have a good night, guys. I will be on Discord text chat all night, like I always am. I'll be on voice chat. Probably not tonight, maybe tomorrow. There'll be a video tomorrow as well. I will know where you have stream. Fair enough. Have a good night, guys. And I guess I will see you later, okay? I'm just gonna wave and keep going. Bye. Where's the exit? Okay, end stream. Bye.